Alright. So, we've taken some time here. Come up with a... Well, last week was largely an intelligence gathering operation, it felt like.
A lack of intelligence, I would say.
It was a census episode.
Having recently come to the, once village, now rather a bustling industrial town of Wilderstadt, home of Henley, previous home of Henley. It has fallen under the heel of a particularly entrepreneurial man who is trying to transform it from its traditional ways and use it as a seat of industry in the Coldwood. Is, eschewing more traditional values and sort of and has seemed to just not, as far as at least Henley's concerned, not good for the region. You know how it is. Also seems to be in league somehow with these spiders and ethereal beasts that at the very least seem to have some answer to him in some way. Now, basically what happened last time was there was some information gathering as to the exact layout and whereabouts, or the layout of the city and the whereabouts of, like, the prison and who's in the prison, and you spent some time at the Icicle Inn. You listened to Hedwig say a couple of poems really, really loud. You do know the general layout of the city is that obviously it's not a huge city, but it's relatively sizable. It has stone walls around its perimeter, although they're not particularly well-made stone walls, hastily constructed. Not very strong enough to keep wild animals out at least, but unlikely to foil any kind of determined effort to climb over them or break through them. And within the heart of the city itself is the Burgmeister's mansion that has a secondary wall. It is a better crafted wall, but even so, it's still just a wall. That's not that big a deal. Just outside that walled compound that is the Burgmeister's compound, there is essentially the prison itself. Whenever you went to the prison and sort of inspected it, scoped it out, you saw that it actually, like, went down a staircase. The prison proper area itself went down a staircase underground, but the ceiling overhead was so thin that you could hear footfalls, talking and laughter above, so you got the feeling that if you had to get into the prison, you would not necessarily have to go through the front door. That's not to say it's as easy as walking up top and just, like, stomping your foot down. You're gonna put a hole through, like, a wooden board and be there. But it's thin. Very thin. Something that could be dealt with. The Burgmeister's mansion itself is a different beast. It's, like I said, a reasonably sizable building, and it also has its own personal guard within the walls on its ground. The one that Ito basically went to, and he spent time waiting there, where he met, like, Derek and Kim and stuff like that. That was really the information you gathered. Also, Henley's sister, Brutina, or something like that.
Brutus.
Brutalitops, the magician. Also there.
Move that episode from Netflix.
Yeah. For it's kind of dumb. It's still on Amazon Prime though. Your portent dice is a 6.
fuck someone up with that.
Sounds like a spell fail.
We had a
It's
1 last
savings.
time and we never used it.
Yeah, well, them's
We
the
didn't-
breaks.
Didn't really need it, honestly.
And so you find yourself having discussed what the exact plan is, and having been discussing what your exact plan of action is going to be to do about this whole hullabaloo in the town of Wilderstadt, and hopefully seize the means of production and put it back into the hands of the workers.
This episode sponsored by Tucker Carlson and Jordan Peterson and Joe Rogan.
Green M&M.
Green
Where are my
M&Ms!
puppy pumps?
Oh man, they're past that already. It's now Minnie in a pantsuit.
Yeah, for the one day.
Apologize.
Damn it! I want my green M&Ms dummy thick.
All right, so you want me to just spell out the plan for everybody one more time?
So the plan that you have
hear it,
come
let's
up
hear
with. Let's hear the rundown of what y'all have come up with.
Everyone, round of applause for Aruna for coming up with the plan.
Oh, thank you so much. It's probably not going to work, and then I'm going to regret all my decisions.
But
So,
you'll be who
We can go, wow, it's all Aruna's fault.
It's true. It's like that's been a character theme about how I keep messing things up.
Don't worry, if Ito gets left behind and killed, then it'll be considered a success.
That's true. Okay, so Henley shall rally the hunters and fighters. They're going to attack the city, try to draw as much heat away from us as they can. Karak was going to use transport via plants to get us as close to the prison in the main house as possible. Team A, which is going to be Aruna, Bruce, Reed, and Hedwick, are going to attempt to break into the prison, rescue as many prisoners as possible, teleport who we need to, and hopefully run more interference. Team B is going to go directly for the Burgmeister and Henley's sister, that is Karakwa, Vente, Henley, Ito, Alakul, and whatever resistance fighters join us along the way, and then the groups will meet back up via communication, via our earrings, and hopefully it'll all go to plan. We'll see.
What could go wrong?
I don't see how that could go wrong at all. In fact, it already works. Congratulations. We're on to the next thing.
Hey,
We did it.
that-
Dragon time!
It's like, man, that's such a concrete plan that a first grader could have come up with, that it just works.
just works.
It's foolproof.
We just montage videoed as you read it out loud.
It's true.
So,
Yeah, but now it's like in the
Everything
heist
about it.
movies where we have to act out the montage and not fuck it up.
they're so surprised by our plan of attack that they're like, man, these guys are too smart, we give up.
Alright, who's buying the sunglasses and who's getting the briefcases? Because you gotta have sunglasses and a briefcase to pull this off.
I'm getting the talcum powder to throw so it reveals the laser.
That's a good idea. Who wants to be Catherine Zeta-Jones and sort of slither underneath them?
Doesn't matter if they have sunglasses, I will blind them.
Alakul will be Catherine Zeta-Jones.
That dummy thick ant abdomen going just below the laser beams.
It's
I'll be
fucking-
the guy in Resident Evil that gets like fucking cubed by
My-
the laser beams.
Fucking
That was a cool.
fucking
scene.
Alakul's thorax looks like the ass of that Lopany now.
Oh no?
Damn, Alakul, you caked up, buddy.
Stop trying to
Double cheeked up
desexualize
on a
our
Thursday
Alakools.
afternoon.
I think that's a pretty good plan.
Only one problem: I live in your walls.
Can we get it? Can we get a rundown of our odds here, Cody?
Can I get a quick
Can
rundown?
I get a quick
on these
rundown
guys?
on these odds?
Yeah, a quick rundown. Let's see.
All right, let's go.
right,
Ring
here's
Underbow!
Here's the quick rundown. All right. Rothschild's bound down to the Bogodovs. They're in contact with aliens, rumored to possess psychic abilities, control France with an iron fist, own castles and banks.
Nope, it's
all
an
over
iron
the
fence now.
That's fair. Own castles and banks all over the world. Direct descendants of the ancient royal bloodline will bankroll the first cities on Mars. Bogodon will be the first city. Let's see. In the process of terraforming Pluto as their personal planet, own basically every DNA editing research facility on Earth. First designer babies will be Bogendorf babies. Both brothers said to have 400 plus IQ. Ancient Indian scriptures tell of two angels who will descend upon the earth and will bring an air of enlightenment and unprecedented technological progress with them. These are the Bogadov twins. They
Okay,
own
yeah.
nanobot R&D labs around the world. You likely have Bogabots inside you right now.
I can feel
Every
them.
child has the mark of the Bogd implanted on them at birth. The Bogadovs are in.
Wait,
regular
how far
communication.
back does that go? That mark?
It's going far. The Bogadovs are in regular communication with the archangels Michael and Gabriel, forwarding the word of God to the Orthodox Church. They discovered the Ark of the Covenant. They learned fluent French in under a week. Less than a week.
Wow, man, those guys have done
I feel
everything.
like some of these achievements are like much
Zion
different than like
Hollis
the
allows them
fucking
full
ancient-
access to the evidence of Atlantis within the pyramids.
Capable of
Nation
licking
states
their own
entrust their
elbows.
gold reserves with the twins. There's no gold in Fort Knox, only Fort Bogendorf. Twins are 67 years old. They're from space-time reference point of base human. In reality, they are timeless beings existing in all points of time and space from the Big Bang to end of the universe.
Okay.
They've been able to access the Akashic records since birth and have spoken about what they saw while they were newborns. The Bogodas will guide humanity to a new age of wisdom, peace, and love.
I think all of that makes.
There's your quick rundown.
I think all of that makes a lot of sense, and I do have an unusual mark on me since birth. It's not like a mark of the beast, but it's like it looks like a really small wart that's right between my legs, and sometimes when I get excited, it grows a little bit.
Is that called the penis?
That's what it's called. All right. Where do we even begin?
You already said we
Reconnaissance.
succeed. It's done. We're doing dragons now.
Reconnaissance, a wise choice. As I said, the Burgmeister's mansion sits within the heart of the city. The prison just outside that. The place where the hunter's hiding spot. You know, maybe a day or to a day and a half outside the city. The airship itself, several days away at this point, because you were traveling for a while. Where would you like to start? You do have a nice, relatively friendly base of operations within the city itself. The Icicle Inn has proven itself to be, you know, nice enough, and the Ermine, the owner, is not particularly nosy. However, you couldn't help but notice the owls that were watching.
Oh my god, not the owls.
But I like owls. Owls are cool.
It's official. Lou is an owl simp.
That's true.
Hmm.
Are you gonna start playing an owlin now?
I might.
That had to be owling.
All right.
Shut up, Tommy.
Hedwig has spent a lot of time at the Icicle Inn over the past couple hours. He is enjoying some of the finer delicacies of the city. Simple meat pies, ales, even a small snifter of brandy. He's more than happy to cover up any conversations you have as you all gather about in the large, spacious common room, now sitting largely empty during the relatively late morning / early afternoon. We're just gonna start it there. Let's get the ball rolling on figuring out where y'all want to go.
Well,
The
apologies.
enthusiasm's palpable here.
I said
I know, right?
apologies. I pulled a Connor. I wasn't here. Did everyone meet up, or is it just the 4 that were already in there?
I'm just saying people are meeting up.
Cool.
I assume not me.
It's probably for the one.
Probably not.
Okay. We say the plan thing that we said before. Good job, guys.
Yes, we're on reconnaissance. You're looking for basically a good plant to transport via plants into the city, perhaps. Hopefully the building that sits above the jail. Maybe
Yep.
eyeing out the Burgmeister's mansion to see any sort of the number of guards and, you know, stuff like Brutina's, if she's got a schedule, if she goes outside. There's a whole bunch of reconnaissance you can do.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Am I sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, you go first. You go first.
Well, actually, because I thought I had something, but go ahead.
Ooh, I
No,
swear
you
to
need
God.
to do more, Reed.
I swear to
Talk.
God, if you don't go right now.
Is it chlamydia? You have chlamydia.
Because I was actually going to say, I'll scope out
Oh,
the
confirmed.
prison
We've got
itself
chlamydia.
It's true.
and try to track guard movements throughout the city.
All right.
I'm gonna try and since it is the day before, I'm just gonna go ahead and be a rat, sneak in into the Burgmeister's hold, basically like his actual house or whatever, and try and see if I can get eyes on the sister and see her movement.
Castle.
Okay.
I will
So-
keep an eye out for like side paths and stuff like that to the
Cool.
either the dungeon or like
Okay.
side paths that can get us away from guard paths and all that stuff.
Alright,
Back alleys and
so
such.
I guess me and Karako can do the look for a plant and look for the best way in type of thing and figure out what the building above the prison is.
I mean, I can do that by you know,
Yeah,
just by being alive
that's true.
and like being a
Uh,
cat and just walking around.
Yeah, Vento, where are you gonna go?
Oh, that's a good question. I feel like y'all got just about everything covered.
Wait.
I know there's always something more.
Well, the more eyes we have on stuff, the better.
That's
So
true. What did you say Karakwa and Aruna were doing?
Plant.
Karakwa's gonna be a cat, he said.
Karak was
Still-
looking for his plant.
Yeah, we're in the city.
Alright.
Yeah, I will. I guess I'll check out the building that's above the prison.
Okay.
Is it?
I'd also
All that cool is already looking at the mansion, right? Or the castle.
It's
Yeah.
a mansion. It wouldn't really
Is
be
he
called a
looking on the
castle.
inside? You're trying to infiltrate it, right, Nick?
I'm looking on the outside and the inside too. I'm,
Oh,
I'm
I was
sneaking,
about to say,
I'm
I was
sneaking
gonna-
around as a rat.
Oh, I was about to say I was gonna see like if I could just. Well, I guess no. I'm not like Ito. I can't just be like, let me talk to your dude.
Why can't you just
Why
be
can't
like, let
you?
me talk to your dude? Believe in yourself. Talk to
Yeah,
the dude.
Why can't
mean,
you
if
bluff
you're-
your way in?
I mean, yeah, especially if you're like just common folk, you can just talk to guards and like shoot the shit and stuff, and that's a good way of getting things. You can talk to anyone.
Interesting.
I say, I feel
Um,
like you're vastly more inconspicuous than like me and Karakwa.
Yeah,
Like, I
am
literally
just
have no
dude in
choice.
cloak.
Yeah, I am not dude in cloak.
Yeah. You know what? That's what I'll do. I'll like talk to guards and around the mansion, around the castle, and like see if I can see any weak points.
I'll just use Bert to help me, like check out the building and stuff, and we'll look around there.
Good old Bert.
Yep. He's an owl, and he does things. Also,
one
I
thing I
would-
want to pay attention to
Sorry.
particularly is if I see any guards with like any keys or anything, you know, like a jailer would have.
good call.
I do make sure to inform Reed of the big boss dude that was in the jail that seemed to be in charge. He is likely the man that had the keys.
Well, then if I see him, I want to make a move.
You're gonna make a move on him.
Oh
Hell
yeah. Suck his dick. Grab the keys when it's in your mouth.
Hell yes.
Hey, big
Yes.
boy.
Seduction, the ultimate way to get someone out of their armor.
Also, I think Elikul and Hedwick and so forth and so on will probably, tell us that there's weird, spooky owls. So make sure that they don't follow you when we, or they're not following you
That's
when
definitely
we leave.
Ito in Hedwig, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause I hadn't seen them.
Keep out for getting spied on, just in case.
Ito returns and smiles at you. It looks like his lips have been covered in hot glue.
Oh no!
Oh no!
He's been kissing Tom Brady.
You'll never be able to serenade us again. How terrible.
All
It's gonna
right.
take the jaws of life to pry that open.
Reed, Alec, cool. Una, Venta. What was Bruce doing?
Bruce is basically trying to map out like an exit strategy, like look for side paths and stuff like that, so that when we do get out, we can get out of the city, basically.
It might be wise to send someone to relay it with Henley.
Venta could do that,
Push, hint, hint.
Banta.
unless it's a Bruce thing.
I mean, yeah, I can go back to him.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I'm helping Siege too.
it matters who. It would just be smart to
Also,
everyone on the page.
I don't know that we need too much of a path thing because we should be using teleports to get out. So
Okay, all right. I'll help
doesn't
him.
hurt to know, but like somebody should probably tell Henley and Hunters what the fuck the deal is.
Yo, what the fuck up, man?
All right.
All right, I'll meet up with them.
That will be Reed. Tracking guard movements, looking for a jailer in particular. Alec, cool. Turning into a rat, going into a mansion. Go down my list here and make sure I've got body down. The Karakwa doing plant scouting.
I'll go as a cat because it's inconspicuous.
Aruna searching the area above the prison. Benta gonna be talking to guards. Bruce is going to go and meet up with Henley. But I'll be there thing. Ito's hanging out in the Icicle Inn. He's gonna. You find that Ito has taken a liking to Hedwig, but has been none too impressed by his particular prowess at giving odes and speaking poems, and he's going to personally tutor Hedwig on the correct way to keep an audience in rapt attention. That'll remove Ito, since Connor's not gonna be here because he's a baby back bitch.
No, well, my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, bitch.
All right.
My baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, bitch.
I'm gonna start ranting.
This episode sponsored by Chili's.
Chili's, give us some money.
Wow, NordVPN, Raid Shadow Legends, and Chili's?
Boy, wait till you find out about what Manscaped is doing for us.
We're gonna all shave our pubes live on cam.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna shave my pubes and glue it to my beard so it gets bigger. All right,
We're gonna unveil the new Bussy collection.
Karakwa.
Yes.
You take the form. As you step outside, you look around surreptitiously. Give me a perception check.
Let's see. Perception, he says. That's a 30, a natural 20.
All right.
Oh my god.
Hot damn.
Scanning the area around the Icicle Inn, you do see that there are, while you don't necessarily see owls, you do see a couple of these, a couple of birds that have this same sort of ethereal look. At the end of the day, it looks like I said, he is implied that the Burgmeister had eyes everywhere, and it's not just the spiders. It doesn't seem like it's just the owls, it's quite a few animals of all sorts. That being said, it's not like they're everywhere, they're a little bit sparse, and you're able to quickly move into an alleyway, and soon you find yourself shrinking down into, well, a cat, since you said you wanted to go as a cat. Unnoticed, you're able to find a nice out-of-the-way spot.
Okay.
You leave, and whenever you move out of the alley, it is almost an entirely new world. Your keen cat senses picking up every little detail. Smells in the air all about you that you previously only could dream of. The smell
Imagine the
of
smell.
slush and the stink of waste. The heavy coal in the air. all about you, causing your nose to rankle and wrinkle. But you have a job at hand. You've noticed
Thank God, I'm gonna do it.
at least the relatively small amount of time that you've spent around here, outside or just outside the city and within the city, it seems fairly bereft of any real foliage or trees at all. Likely large portions of it being used to feed broilers or as fuel, being turned to coal or charcoal. So it's not an easy task before you, and yet, if you want to use transport via plants, obviously you've got to hopefully find something in the city, something big enough for you to walk out of. And so you set out, being as nonchalant as possible as you walk through the snowy streets, weaving your way along the storefronts, past people who mostly ignore you. The occasional person sees you and almost kicks out at you, but you deftly are able to move to the side as you keep your eyes sort of peeled, every now and then looking up, hoping that you'll see at least some sort of tree that rises above the squat roofs of the drab gray buildings. And it is, for a while, a fruitless search. For one brief moment, your cat heart skips a beat. You do see what appears to be a large trunk rising above the walls of a nearby wall, a wall that you quickly realize is actually surrounding the Burgmeister's mansion itself. But as you look up at the tree, you quickly realize these trees are dead. Basically husks of what they once were. Probably beautiful trees, beautiful evergreen trees at one point, now just rotting husks.
I say out loud, damn, these trees are dead.
But give me a nature check.
Not sure, chap. You know, for being a druid, my nature checks have always been really bad.
What are you
But
talking
that's
about?
a 20.
A
That's
20?
a 15 plus
That's not
5.
bad.
That's a 20. That's not bad.
Oh, Cody.
I choose to give you the 6.
No! But okay, I rolled a 20.
As you look around, you can you see what a brief wind blows up, and you see what carried on the wind, what appears to be, they almost look like, almost like nettles or some sort of spiked leaf.
It looked like Spike Lee.
Yeah, it looks like Spike Lee.
God.
You see a couple of, and as you go to this leaf, this basically sprig of a plant that is broken off, you can see it is a sprig of holly. And it looks fairly fresh. You sort of lift your nose and begin sniffing, hoping to smell as best as you can. Your increased sense is able to sort of catch the smell of like plant life, anything like that. And it's largely obscured by almost... It almost is acrid to you in the form of a cat. The smell of spices in the air. Cinnamon, cardamom, cumin in your eyeballs. It is heavy. An easy smell to follow. As you make your way through the streets. And see that there is a large spice shop. That's right, a shop that specializes largely in the selling of spices, mostly salt, but you know, you can smell all the other ones in the air as well. Faint hints of saffron even, likely worth well over its weight in gold.
Oh God.
Colin's just describing Vietnamese food.
You're now in Vietnam.
Oh my God. Why can't I hear the tree speaking to me then?
Roll for Lieutenant Dan.
Because you're not the Lorax, you don't speak for
Wait.
them.
Oh
Are
my
we the
God.
VC or are they the VC?
I don't know, have you checked to see if you're wearing black pajamas? Let's see. It's here that you actually see, well, I suppose much to your happiness, what appears to be a living thing. It is not a grand tree rising up over the roofs of the buildings itself. It is surprisingly vibrant bush of basically like holly tree. It resembles a tree, at least. It's extremely large. And you see, it's not gonna be comfortable going in and out of it, but
I can imagine going in and out of a plant is comfortable to begin with.
it would actually work. It's big enough that you could move into it and out of it. However, it is located directly, basically in a small walled-off section of this spice shop. Not like inside it, but you know, like in a yard area, essentially, a very small yard area.
Does it seem like it's a very busy place?
It is on a moderately traveled thoroughfare, but it is actually located quite close to the Burgmeister's mansion and the jail. No more than, a half dozen, 10 blocks or so away.
Okay.
An elderly woman goes to it, running her hands along the spiky leaves, and she uses a small pair of snippers to chop off a pair of leaves, pockets it, and then turns back inside, returning to the spice shop itself.
Okay. So, good news.
You can see the spice shop is called Twice as Spice.
Cute. I will, I know it says it needs to be a tree that I've seen or touched before,
Yeah.
but I will kind of make my way and at least get closer to it so I can get a better mental image and note of it.
All right.
Natural. Other druid.
Hello, little kitty. The elderly woman walks up to you, as you sort of stand next to the tree, reaches down and rubs her old, bony hand over the back of your head, sort of scritching behind your ears. And as she pats you and says, "Hey, haven't seen a cat in this town in quite some time."
Uh-oh.
Why?
I
Uh-oh.
knew cats were so suspicious.
Turns out these people eat cat.
Cover's blown!
It's not safe
Time
out.
to make cat curry.
It's not safe outside on the streets for such a cute cat. She reaches down to pick you up.
Oh no! Does she actually?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
You're getting caught by the crazy cat lady.
I'll go with
Book
it for
it.
now.
And there is a massive cat shortage here.
She lifts you up and cradles you in her arms. As you can see, she says, "Oh, you're such a good cat. What should we name you?" She sort of smiles. It would be a wide, toothy smile if she had any teeth left. But she looks down at you, her eyes crinkled, and they shimmer with affection. As she takes you inside, saying, "There's no need to be cold outside, kitty cat. Come inside and warm up. I've got just the name for you. Mr. Boots. How does that sound?"
Honestly, it's better than Booba, so.
Shame. No booba.
She smiles, and setting you down, saying, "It's always nice to have company, Mr. Boots. I've been alone for too many years since my husband died." But she's not gonna cat fuck you.
I wasn't gonna ask that.
She takes you down.
She wasn't gonna cat fuck me, Colin.
She sets you down and
He's looking at you the way
pours
you
you-
look at Victorion.
Oh, I'm
I
gonna be fucked.
She, as you see, you turn to her. She lets you down, and you're able to look around the shop. Like I said, it's a spice shop. There are large, what appears to be, well, look, it's a spice, and upon sort of looking around, just a general, likely alchemical reagent shop. And as you slowly make your way around, you catch sight of a flash of steel as she stands nearby with a large butcher knife in her hand. Are you hungry, Mr. Boots?
Receptive
Come on.
meow.
With a flash, she brings the butcher knife down on a nearby piece of what appears to be relatively fresh meat. A rather meager portion, but even so, she takes the time to cut off a small piece and throws it down on the ground in front of you.
Ooh, based. I will gleefully eat the piece.
Alright. It seems that the owner of Twice the Spice, just a sad old lady that
Is
wants
very nice.
is a nice old lady. She also happens to have a large holly tree that you can use
I
to
do like
transport
having
the
a holly
plants.
tree.
Yep. Boy, this lonely old lady's cat is gonna desert her. Alright.
This is your life now, Karakwa.
This is now your life, Karakwa, unless you want to break this old lady's heart.
Broken worse things in my life.
Oh no.
Damn. That's cold.
Let's see. We will next go to... Well, Aruna.
I know that.
You know that you were given a brief, well, a relatively decent description of, you know, the jail itself, and you've been told where the jail is, and Alec was able to tell you about what he heard. While he didn't get specifics, he did hear what it sounded to be like laughter and walking, and a fair amount of foot traffic over the top of the jail. And it's not too hard to find the jail itself. The rather stern-faced guards sort of stand out front of it. And you can see there are what appears to be three likely shops that you think, just judging by the entrance of the jail itself, and how Alec told you it was basically arrayed like backwards away from the entrance, so it wasn't even very compact. So you've got a pretty good idea of some of the possible shops that could be on there. One is actually what appears to be a tavern of some kind. It is merely called the Frosted Mug. It has what appears to be a sign that is a sort of glassware mug that has icicles hanging from it. Inside, it appears to be rather rowdy. Definitely not the type of place you would go without getting a staph infection. But
On your staff.
yeah, but that is, you know, that's the way things can be. I need to write this down.
One's like, shit, staph infection? That's good.
Staph infection.
Karakwa better not go there. Ow!
Why?
The staff of 4 seasons, the staff of 4 infection.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
no.
god. Choose 4 diseases. The other one, or the third one, appears to be a private residence of some kind. Likely a house of someone that appears to be fairly well-to-do, judging by the fact that it actually has what appears to be, basically like silk hangings outside of his or their residence. Beautiful sort of blue silk that is lined with gold and sort of flutters faintly in the wind. It bears a particular crest that actually appears to be like some sort of shellfish or like an oyster or something. Next to it, a jeweler.
Oh boy. Okay.
It
So-
seems that this you can see this shop in itself has large, sort of glass windows. The edges of it slightly frosted over, as it displays several very nice jewelry pieces that are all inset with pearls. And you can see there's actually quite a few marks where it looks like someone like tried to throw a rock through the window or tried to break it, and likely it's enchanted somehow.
Okay. So what you're telling me is three very possibly high-profile places to be breaking it through the floor.
Potentially yes.
Okay. Magic jewelry shop definitely does not seem like a thing that would be a good idea. God. Does the house or the residence between me and Bert, does it look like it would be hard to break into?
Roll a investigation check.
Okay. Pretty good at this. Rolled a 2, but got a 13.
Ace.
Could be better. I rolled 2 2s. Oh my god.
Oh my god, you're a failure. Would you like to use the 6? On this,
Honestly, no.
would you on this relatively minor and unimportant check?
Always. No, not at all. No, thank you.
It looks like, just judging by this, you suspect that the private residence is likely the owner of this jewelry shop. The particular residence has a symbol that looks like a shellfish of some sort, and it looks like, or a abalone of some sort, and it looks like the jewelry is largely made with mother of pearl and things like that.
Okay. Well, I'll be honest, I don't particularly want anyone, like, seeing me go into these places or, like, mingling with people.
You cast invisibility.
I could, funny enough.
You know the ultimate invisibility? Punch him in the eyes.
That's true. I do have 1 pocket sand usage left from my Gnomish utility belt. I haven't forgotten. It'll come in handy. God. So you said the bar is like rough and tumble, right?
It's
So
a
they're
rough and tumble place.
So they're probably not gonna necessarily leave if the city gets attacked, because they probably don't care as much. But also, we could start a bar fight because we have 2 monks.
Bar fight, bar
There-
fight,
you-
bar fight, bar
You can
fight.
you can go into these places and inspect if you want to, or you can scope them outside and stay outside
Okay.
and look. Or they're
There-
public places, so
Yeah, I feel like the jewelry shop and the home might be more quiet, but likelihood of getting caught's higher. So I'll go to the tavern.
no,
with
you
Frosty
want
Mug.
to do this because the idea of owning private property is an affront to you.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, great. I'll go to the tavern first.
All right, the Frosted Mug, a very like I said, a pretty rough and tumble place. You can see as soon as you walk in, you're greeted in one corner with a stack of basically broken chairs and table pieces, all sitting relatively close to the hearth, that you can see burning within the hearth. Instead of, logs of firewood, they're burning old, broken chairs and things that have been damaged in the bar itself. Right now, it's not really all that packed. You can see there's maybe a dozen very sort of surly fellows all gathered around the table, as 2 of the larger ones are arm wrestling. There are grunts of effort sort of echoing off the dingy, probably at one time white walls, now turned almost yellowish and grayish with soot and smoke and sweat.
All the cum.
And you are in your just normal moon elf form right now, yeah?
The fact that you would ask that makes me very suspicious, Colin.
I'm wondering.
Yeah. See what happens.
Don't believe his lies.
A voice says, "Ha! What are you here? Coming to tear up my fucking bar again, are ya?"
Okay, that's so weird.
A very, a slightly older dwarf, from behind the the bar, looks at you with one raised eyebrow. He has almost sort of, his hair was probably one time almost fiery orange, now it's streaked with gray, as he looks to be quite a bit older. A suit of, or a warhammer sits basically on the bar, on like a plaque behind the bar, and you can see it glows faintly with runes. But he looks at you with sort of intense dark eyes, as he says, "Or you're coming to finally pay back what you did, the money you owe from fucking damaging it the last time you were here."
It wasn't me specifically, but yes. What?
He's eyes you. Oh, I guess y'all are a bit different. Y'all your kind kinda look the same. We don't get many moon elves up in here, that's for sure.
Yeah, the secretive bunch. Well, may I ask what the damage was exactly? I didn't get details. It was more I'm cleaning up after someone else's mess.
What? She didn't even tell you the damage she made. Nearly took out the whole front of the store, she did, blasting her way out, all because a couple of rather, well, crude fellows maybe got a little bit handsy with her. But we would have thrown her out, we would have thrown them out, all she had to do was say something.
That unfortunately sounds about right. I'm glad it didn't get blown up, because it looks like a hell of a fun place to be.
Oh, well, as long as you can hold your liquor and you can handle yourself in a fight, it's probably the funnest place you're gonna find in this damn town.
Okay. Well, one, am here to make reparation, and then I have a second stranger ask, I suppose.
Well, he looks at you expectantly. Well, where's the money?
How much money do you need?
We do have quite a bit of work that has to be done on the bar with some frequency, so I do have access to fairly cheap workers and masoners and stonemasons and things like that, so to tell you the truth, it's always nice to have someone with a little bit more he sort of motions at you a more feminine form to classy up the establishment. So all things considered, it's probably 20 gold and evens.
Okay. How much gold would I have to throw in for a potential private buyout of the bar for one night?
For me, it wouldn't be too hard, but you might have some of the regulars trying to bust down the door trying to get in. They would not appreciate the bar being closed. I wouldn't mind the night off myself.
Well, friends are a little rowdy, but they're not quite as rowdy as, we won't say her name. They would just be here for basically a small birthday party. We've been traveling a lot. We haven't really had a nice place to stay. So, I thought, give you the night off, pay reparations, and take care of my friend all at once.
If you'd prefer, we do have a common room you could rent out instead of shutting the whole thing down.
Yeah. I'll give him the 20 gold up front that he asked for before he even shows me the common room.
He takes it and jingles it, looks at it, counts it quickly, and pockets it away, nodding his head. Well, as far as I'm concerned, we're all evens. Now,
Yeah.
as for that...
Apologies again.
Oh, no, like I said, I don't hold grudges. I know everyone thinks that dwarves are always surly and dour, but not always.
We've met quite a few dwarves traveling around.
Now, as for that common space, how many people do you think it's gonna be?
I mean, traveling party, it's made like 5 or 6, but he's
got
able
plenty
to
of
pick.
room for 5 or 6.
Yeah, I mean he might pick up the local drunk or something to bring to the party, so upwards, I don't know, like 15, 20 at most.
Well, if he's a local drunk, he'll already be here. You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
Well, we've got some lovely rooms off the back here. As he takes you and shows you some of the, just off the common room, separated by a small hallway. You can see, it looks like the hallway runs probably behind the bar to a nearby kitchen. But directly across from the common room, through the hallway, you can see there are private rooms, essentially. Rooms that could be rented out for, private dining, meetings, or things like that. They're sizable enough. Most of them are probably big enough for a room of 5 or 6. There is one room, however, that is probably big enough for a group of like 30 to 40.
Oh yeah, that's what we want. The whole time I'm going, Colin, I'm gonna kind of tap at the floor with my feet to see if there's weak parts
Roll a
and
perception
things like that.
check.
Okay. Ooh, that's a real good 24.
As you're walking forward, you sort of every now and then stump a little heavily, listen for creaks. In the hallway itself, probably pretty close to the large common room, you do sense that the floor sags a little bit.
Okay, and if I remember correctly, Alacol specifically said he heard lots of foot traffic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, putting 2 and 2 together seems like a good bet. Yeah, I'll just do my due diligence. I'll be like, yeah, this is perfect. We'll keep the rowdiness to a minimum. Of course, if anything goes wrong, I'll be...
that's not necessary. Have you seen this place? Rowdiness is the name of the game here.
Yeah, well,
Don't be afraid to make too much noise. I'm not a prude.
What? Fair enough. How much for the large room?
It'll be 1 gold for an hour, 10 gold for the night.
I will give him 15 gold, Colin.
Oh my god.
He takes it. So the night and sealed lips. You must be looking for a good time.
Well, you know how you always have the hopefully the one friend that kind of looks after.
He holds up his hand and says, "Don't need to hear it."
Okay, fair enough.
He pretends to close his ears, close his mouth.
Okay. Alrighty.
You just enjoy the time, and thank you for
Okay.
paying up for the damages.
Yeah, no problem. I'll basically just inform him, Colin, of around the time that we're gonna enact our plan, because we didn't actually specifically say when that is, but that's when I'll rent it out for.
Okay.
Cool, and I'll give him a shake. Give him a nice handshake and be like, well, I will see you in the near future.
Right. He takes your hand and shakes it heartily.
Phenomenal. And then I'm gonna ponder about someone fucking up his bar for a little while someone else does something.
All right. Meanwhile,
miles away in Washington.
I heard Gracie whining. Alright. Going down the list, we went from Karakwa to Aruna. Alright. Reed.
Yes.
You've set about trying to keep an eye on guard movements, look for this one boss in particular, this jailer that Alec Cool told you about. Jailer who was obviously in charge, likely definitely had some seniority of some kind. It seemed that the other ones answered to him. And you are able to watch the guards come to and fro. The town itself is, as you would expect to be, fairly well guarded. It's not lax about its security at all. It's not like there's huge swaths of time where there's nobody around. It's about as you would expect it to be, with a pretty steady patrol of a pair of guards. The guards seem to work in pairs that walk the city itself. Likely there's no part of it that goes more than 10 to 15 minutes without having a guard patrol just pass by and check on things.
Alright.
You keep an eye towards the prison, hoping to find this sort of jailer. Sort of watching the prison itself. You can see that there are always 2 guards stationed outside the prison's, or like directly in front of the prison's entrance, basically sentries. And you see quite a few guards going in and out of it. Every now and then dragging in some sort of ruffian or drunk, and just coming out. So there's a pretty steady influx of guards in and out of it, as well as 2 that are constantly on sentry duty. And you're unsure how many more perhaps down in the prison itself. Likely more. I mean, Alec Cool saw more than that, too. Moving around, you actually come across... basically, you just catch the back end of Aruna walking out of what appears to be a tavern of some kind that has a large glass mug that hanging over the side, or the entrance that has icicles coming down from it. And not long after she is basically done there, you see a very sort of stern-looking guard enter. He has a demeanor that is completely different from the others. He walks with his head held high, his back straight, steely gray eyes that are constantly scanning around him. He looks like he's constantly at the edge of a knife, ready to sort of kind of spring into action, a nervousness about him. And he stops just outside the tavern, looks inward, and with a growl walks inside. And it's not more than 30 seconds before he comes out with 2 other guards, basically almost dragging them by the scruffs of their necks. He pushes one down into the cold slush, saying, "God damn it, I told you to stay out the damn tavern. You're supposed to be on patrol, Jenkins. And you're lucky you're supposed to be off. Get the hell back to your damn quarters." As he shoves the other one away. You can see he glares at the people around. "What are you looking at?" Grabs Jenkins the guard and starts dragging him away.
Did I spot the keys on him?
You did not spot keys on him.
But he was very obviously...
But he was very obviously someone in charge.
Want to go into it. I was going to try to lift the keys from him, but obviously if I can't see them, I can't confirm it, and I don't want to take that risk.
No.
In the meantime...
You do see he walks back to the, basically prison, dragging the guy with him. You can spend a damn day in a cell if it suits you. Insubordination.
The two that he's dragging, I mean, do they look like they've been able to drink? Like, are they drunk right now, or just...
He dragged one. The other one was off duty. He's just pushed him away. Told him to go back to his quarters.
Is that guy, like, staggering or anything, or is he...
Roll a perception check.
Yeah, that's only a 13.
If he's drunk, he's able to keep his alcohol very, very well. You don't see that he staggers at all.
Alright, I don't think I can manipulate him then. Alright. Can I get a little closer to the, Well, okay, so if he's gonna toss him in the cell, then he must have the keys on him somewhere. I just don't know if it's on him or somewhere in the building. So, can I just get closer, and I just want to see if I can, like, eavesdrop in on the noise at the prison.
Alright. Roll a stealth check.
The 21.
Alright. It looks like the two guards out front are... They look almost like bored. A little bit lackadaisical in their watch. As they both are leaning, while they're trying to look like they're standing at attention, you see every now and then they kind of lean up against the building itself. A disinterested look on their face. One of them every now and then throwing his eyes up towards the sky, watching the faint, wispy clouds overhead. But you are able to get close enough that you can actually hear the guard below saying, "Please, Captain, we was just having a little fun. You know, Delmar said that he could beat me in an arm wrestling contest, and I thought it was bullshit." But you hear no words just as he disappears lower into the jail.
Okay.
That's pretty much confirmation. He did call him Captain.
Alright, then I'm going to just... Like I said, my main focus is to try to get those keys, but... I'll just have to wait for it to see when the captain comes out, then... If he comes out.
Alright.
So we've got patrols coming every like 15 minutes.
Yeah, 10 to 15 minutes of patrol will go by.
Guards seem to like their drink over there at the Frosted Mug.
They, at the very least, have, you know who, or you've seen this captain, and he seems to be very vigilant.
Yeah.
Very vigilant indeed.
All right.
However, does not also does not seem to just carry the keys on him. But then again, how often does the warden leave? You know, take the jail's keys home with him.
Yeah.
All right, we will go.
I don't think I could sneak in either, though.
Not with that attitude. Alright, let's see. We will go with Bruce.
Almighty.
Bruce, you make your way outside the city and find yourself once again standing in the wilds of the cold
Bruce
wood.
is not there.
You son of a bitch, Beaver. You got randomly chosen by the dice.
Is it Mita?
Benta, sure, why not? Then we'll do Alec Cole. And Bruce can go
unless
last
Nick would rather
like
go,
a
I'm
little
not gonna.
bitch. It doesn't fucking matter.
Okay, okay.
Benta, you yourself are hoping to get into the head of the guards, maybe talk to them. Maybe learn their likes, their dislikes. You know, perhaps ways you can bribe them or trip them up or do something with them. And as I said, there are pretty prominent patrols that walk by. They always walk by in pairs. And you also know that there are obviously the gate guards that guard the gates of the town itself. What would you like to do?
Probably not gonna have to worry about the gate guards too much because we're bamfing in and out. I want to talk to the guards, particularly around the prison.
All right. You do notice that as you get closer to the prison, the patrols themselves are a little bit more regular. You know, they're not just hitting like the range of 10 to 15 minutes. It's usually pretty regularly 10 minutes that they move by. You can see that after waiting a couple minutes, this pair of guards comes by. Both of them, what appears to be middle-aged men, both with their swords loosely hanging at their sides, the tabards flowing in the wind, stained at the bottom slightly from the mud and the muck. Both of them with their heads down, staying silent for the most part, every now and then looking up around the people around them, then sort of lowering their heads once again, as a chill wind has begun to blow through the air. Outside the front of the gates, you can see or front of the prison, there are two guards that stand at constant attention. Though they themselves look quite disinterested on occasion, at some points.
I don't know what to ask them without being like, hey, how often do you guys patrol? Like, I don't
Hey, if I were someone that wanted to break into the prison and not out of it, how would you go about it?
I got an idea. Okay. I asked the guards at the front gate. I said, "Is the prison open to visitors?"
They almost look at you and say, "Yeah, break the law. You can visit it."
That's all I have to do? Socks him in the face. No. So there's no, like, visitation in there? You see, my uncle was taken in not too long ago for some petty thievery, and I just wanted to bring him this loaf of bread.
Well, your uncle's a criminal. It's a good thing we didn't chop off his hand for petty thievery.
That's a good thing indeed. I was just hoping if I could speak to him. There has to be some kind of visitation hours, or...
What do you think it is?
Something.
An inn? These are criminals. They're under punishment.
And they don't get to talk to anybody?
They get to talk to the guards. They get to talk to the captain to confess their crimes.
Well, that seems rather lonesome. I cannot see my uncle, sirs?
Well, I understand that family's important. You likely have a soft spot in your uncle, in your heart for your uncle, so I suppose if you were to... It would be possible for you to speak with your uncle.
He's not a bad man, I swear. He was just trying to... Honestly, he's a bit desperate for some food for his daughter.
I understand. You must love him terribly.
Hungry mouths and all that.
About how much is that love worth, would you say?
3 gold pieces? If you must ask for a price.
They just look at each other and sort of, 3 gold pieces. Well, you must not love him that much, huh? What did he do? Did he diddle you when you were a kid?
Of course not. Why would I be here to see him now?
I think that love that great should be worth at least 10 gold pieces. Each.
Each?
Each.
Sir, there is but one of us here. Ah, I see what you're saying. But do you not have your own family, sir?
I do. And it costs a lot of money to keep them fed, and 10 gold pieces would go a long way. Food's not as common as it used to be.
Why's that?
Well, let's just say game's getting a little bit scarce as of late. Don't worry, the Burgmeister's taking care of that. Hoping to increase trade from what I hear. I heard there's an Empire official talking about opening up official trade channels.
I heard along my travels that this great town was a bastion of hunters and foragers.
It was...
Yet all I see here is brick, mortar, and industry.
It used to be a backwaters settlement filled with hovels and superstitious madmen.
Then what brought you here?
We were hired on. Money was good, so we left some of the, more, well, rural locales. I myself used to live in a small shit-smear fishing village right on the lake.
Plenty of fish to eat. You thought money was more attractive?
Fish is great and all to eat, but not gonna get many women with fish.
Oh, but if a woman does not love a provider... Say, while we're on the topic, how would one go about becoming a guard here? I found myself running into a bit of financial struggle as well, and well, a few extra coins may not hurt.
I should hope not too much, considering the price you're gonna have to pay to see your uncle.
Well, if I become a guard, that won't be much of an issue, would it?
He just eyes you and says, I don't think you'd be a guard by the time your uncle gave out, but you seem like a rather stout and strong chap, so I'll tell you what. I'll tell you how to become a guard.
Not what I was expecting when I came back.
You take the guard's entrance exam. You speak with the captain. He measures about what you'd be worth. You can take care of yourself in a fight. If you could sprint through the city with armor on your back if needed to. And then you start out at our level, a patrolman. Work your way up.
Interesting.
I've heard that there is increased, well, threats to the city as of late.
No. What kind of threats?
Let's just say a couple of the, those backwoods superstitious sort are always rearing their heads. According to some of the higher-ups, there's one in particular that they've been not keeping an eye out for a while. Looks like he came back within the last day or two. Been keeping an eye out around the city we have.
Just one man couldn't be hard for you to catch.
Well, that's the thing. He's not alone. There's been others that have been with him.
Oh, so this isn't just some lone fugitive.
Well,
What else do you know about these men?
I hear one was 7 feet tall and could shoot lightning bolts out of his eyeballs.
Fascinating. 7 feet tall, you said?
Aye. It's the type of thing that you'll tell stories about. Tell your grandkids about. Fighting a beast like that.
Well, if I were looking to take the entry exam, where would I find your captain?
Oh, he spends all his time in the jail. He's a dour sort. Doesn't really have a home to go to. I can't say I blame... Well, I can't say I don't... Let's just say he's a little bit of a... extreme
recluse?
personality. That kind of personality could be overpowering for a potential partner. He's very much alone.
Do you think I could speak with him in terms of acquiring a position here?
Well, I suppose so. That depends on how much that job proposition is worth to you, as they raise their eyebrows and smile.
How about a friend? As I smile and hold out my hand to shake theirs.
Well, you were willing to offer 3 gold pieces to give the bread to your uncle, yeah? Well, why don't you offer us 3 gold pieces for the job proposition, and then you can use that job proposition to go into your uncle, so it's basically like 3 gold pieces. What'd you say?
Fair. I fork over 3 gold pieces.
He smiles and takes it and says, "Nothing personal, but we gotta eat too. We've got uncles and things like that. I myself have a pretty young wife that might like a nice piece of jewelry. We'll take you to the captain, though. But mind your P's and Q's, be on your best behavior. And you best not do anything suspicious, because he has a nose for sniffing out things like that." And he sort of... So you be on your best behavior, because that'll reflect on us if we drag some sort of misfit ruffian before him, tell him that he'll make a fair guard, you understand?
Of course, understandable.
Alright. Well, you're not a guard yet, so any weapons that you have, they're gonna have to be checked at the door.
Colin, I pull the sword out of me, right? Like a knife? And then it turns into a sword? I think that's how the demon sword works.
Basically.
Is that like a physical thing, or does it just like manifest out of my body and I just like yank it out?
It's just a handle until it's manifested.
Okay. So, oh, okay, it's just a handle. Okay. Well, that's not technically a weapon then. Alright, that's fine. I guess I have my other sword on me, so I was like, alright, I'll just, like, leave it with them.
Right. They walk you past the guards, or to the front guards and downwards. And that's, Reed, you actually, if you're watching out front, you see Benta walking inside with some guards. You're led down and or you're led into the building itself. You can see this part, the main sort of entrance into the jail is actually, it's made of stone. It's quite small, but you can see that there's a large prominent stairway that like descends down past 2 steel doors. They sort of descend down into the earth itself towards the actual jail. Up here,
I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Do you mind? I'm just gonna give Vento a warning that the warden, I'm assuming, is no nonsense. I don't know what you're doing in there, but just steer clear of him.
Getting a job. What do you mean?
Well, then be on your best behavior, because he's not going to take any tomfoolery.
my name's not even Tom.
Damn.
Well, then let me be frank.
Your name's not even Frank.
Reed.
I was about to say, hold on.
All right.
For Pete's sake.
You are able to check your weapons. They take them and put them down. They put them into a lockbox as the 2 guards say, all right. One of them actually like pulls out a handkerchief and dips it in water and like cleans your face up a little bit, saying, "Best behavior, right?"
Wipes the blood from the corner of my mouth. Yes, sir.
Gotta
As I
make
give
you-
him like a sort of like a half salute.
We want you presentable because Look, just don't make a bad impression. We don't want to get in trouble. And basically he, once you check, they lead you down the stairs. And you can smell, like, the stink of a prison, sort of fetid air and, like, sweat. It actually feels almost unpleasantly warm in here, despite the chill outside. And as they sort of lead you down, you can see you step out into basically it looks almost like a common area or a processing area before it leads to the prison itself. There are several guards down here. Milling about. You see there are a couple that appear to be on some sort of break. They sit around a table, a sort of large round table, hand of cards between them, a couple of refreshments on the table, a large pitcher of water. Two other ones sort of peruse what appears to be racks of weapons and armor, the sort of standard issue weapons and armor that you've seen all the guards wearing. Two guards stand at rapt attention in front of another steel doorway that leads into the actual, like, prison cell area. And you see there is a basically a steely-eyed man stepping through the doorway as he shouts over his shoulder, "You can spend a damn day in the cell, Jenkins. Fucking appreciate your position, or else you'll be stuck in that position for more than a damn day." And he slams the door behind him, shaking his head. And then as he turns to you, he goes, "What? I gotta find another spot in the cells, huh? What did this one do?" As the two guards...
No, sir.
The two guards like, no, sir, this is, he's interested in becoming a guard. A town guard.
My name is Henry, as I hold out my hand.
Your name is
So to
shit!
take it.
You understand me?
Oh, alright then.
Let me get a good look at you. As he sort of stands over you, how tall is Venta?
Venta is 5'10".
Okay, so he's probably a good 6 inches taller than you. As he sort of looks down at you. You ever been in a fight? You ever been in a
plenty.
fight? Shit!
Plenty, sir.
Alright.
If you asked me to demonstrate, I could. A bit of sparring couldn't hurt.
Jenkins, hit him! Jenkins kind of looks like a little bit nervous, but then turns and he's just gonna swing at you as hard as he can. He crit.
Alright. He crit me? God damn.
Jenkins crit.
God damn.
He
Nice.
turns and socks you right in the jaw.
No. Oh, I kind of want to portent it. It's a 6, right?
It would be a 6, yeah.
Okay, is the plan to do the actual infiltration today, group?
Hopefully,
Party?
Jesus. God,
Okay.
please.
Well, then never mind, I'll save the portent for that. Alright, never mind.
It catches you right in the jaw. You take... it's only 10 points of damage.
Alright, it is an unarmed strike, right?
Yes, he's get some bonuses and stuff, but it's a strong blow. And it sort of sends you backwards, causes you to take a step. But you can feel a little bit of blood beginning to trickle down your mouth, but you quickly sort of return to your feet. As you see, the captain looks at you.
I get back up and say, "Wow, nice arm, Jenkins."
It's a pretty strong hit you took there. And you didn't crumple like a sack of potatoes.
No, sir, I crumpled like a sack of yams.
You'd be the funny guy in this place, I guess. Alright.
All right. Reed's also gonna say, "Hey, by the way, if you can spot the keys, let me know."
That's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Roll a perception check.
All right. Oh my god, Venta is not perceptive. Oof! Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
You have, you're so dazed from that hit that your head is just swimming and you don't see any keys at all. You're not sure if the captain's got them. You're not even sure if they're in this room right now. You have no clue. Everything is just a blur. Alright. Well, you passed the entrance exam at least.
When's my first day?
Hold on now. There's still some other things to prove.
All right.
First, you have to show us that you can run across the city in full guard armor. Because you never know when you're going to need to get from one end of the city to the other to deal with something, you understand?
Colin, are they wearing what, like chainmail?
They're wearing chainmail, pot helms, a tabard, armed with, various weaponry. You've seen them, some of them armed with swords, some of them armed with axes, some of them armed with spears.
Okay. I'm gonna, I guess I don the garb and I go head to Main Street with him, I suppose.
They outfit you. They don't give you the tabard. That is a mark of an official station, but they have you wear the standard chainmail, the standard pot helm. They give you your weapon back, but they also load you up with a backpack that has, and they start loading rocks into it.
Oh, of course. Before we start, could I use the little guard's room?
There's an alleyway over there. You can piss in that.
All right. I head into the alleyway and I whisper into the earpiece. I go, Reed, I'm distracting him. Please go get the keys.
I mean,
as I take my faux piss and begin to race down and go to race down this fucking city.
all right.
I just don't think it's actually that good of an idea now. Like, if it's somewhere where it can be like, you know, maybe he lost the keys, but this is like, he's gonna know someone's stolen them.
I mean, as far as we know, they're not on him, so they have to be somewhere where you are, which is here, presumably.
Well, I'm on the outside. I'm still on the outside.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm taking that fucking ever-vigilant warden out of it, so, like, you know.
You got 15 minutes, shit!
To get from one end of the city to the other?
Every guard here did it.
Alright, Colin, I'm gonna hit myself with a haste spell right quick.
Yeah.
And I'm going to fucking just bolt.
All right, and you sprint away. And the captain just sort of shakes his head and goes back into the jail.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's alright.
Unless you want to try to stop him before he goes inside somehow.
I got an idea.
Nah,
Okay.
We don't wanna let them know something's up.
Warden!
Like, it was a good try, but I think the keys are just not, we're not gonna be able to get them beforehand.
Hold on. Warden,
You know you're still on the clock, right?
would you care for a friendly wager?
No! I don't have shit to prove to you. You have everything to prove to me.
Well, it's just for fun. All work and no play makes a warden a dull lad.
I'm not a lad, and I prefer to be dull. Dull is safe.
Just don't piss them off any more than you already are.
What would you like your wager to be, shit? You think I'm gonna race you across this damn town? And you're gonna feel a sense of accomplishment running faster than a 50-year-old man? Is that what you think this wager is?
You seem perfectly capable. a strong man like yourself could of course beat me in a race like this. You have every chance in the world. Maybe not the whole city, but let's say 3 blocks.
He just sort of eyes you. You can roll persuasion with disadvantage.
I'll do it.
Another one.
Yeah, snake eyes. It won't even matter. Oh, kind of persuade. It's a 7. And a 6, that's a 7.
Jenkins, chase him. Run after him. I'm not fucking dealing with this. You want to race somebody, race Jenkins.
Me and Jenkins gonna be buddies. Alright. I get in position to say, on your mark, Jenkins.
At this point, the captain, he doesn't even stop to watch. He just goes back inside.
I know.
But Jenkins says...
I tried.
Alright, on my mark.
And I guess whenever he goes...
Go! As he takes off running.
Alright, cool. I have the haste spell, so I'm just gonna be faster.
You very quickly surpass him.
As it ends, I say, well, Jenkins, it was a good try. As I shake hands with him and I continue my run.
Yeah, Jenkins is kind of left panting slightly. Damn, he's fast. All right.
I tried to distract the warden. I really did.
Huh. Some people are more susceptible to that stuff than others. He does not seem to be the type.
I'd rather them not be tipped off than us have the keys.
Yeah.
Wow, can you imagine if he did have the keys and you stole it, and then it's just like, wow, that guy stole my keys and now he's running.
They wouldn't catch me.
I was,
Alright.
I was a street urchin. I was going to, do the whole I accidentally knock into him, slide him up the sleeves kind of thing.
Wait till you find out about Reed's fez and vest and monkey that he had back in the day. This is a different time. He almost got sliced in half by a giant salami sword. Steam needs to close. Alright.
What's Reed's busker instrument? Spoons? Jug?
Meanwhile... Alright, so you got that information, that's done. You learned about the captain. We'll do Alec Cool as a rat in a mansion.
You know it.
The mansion is easy to find, obviously. It's the most prominent building in the city. Located right at the heart of it. It's surrounded, it's a two-story, really the only two-story building in the entire city. There's a wall that surrounds it, and it's pretty well made, but it's still just a wall, and it's not hard to climb over or get past. Outside the wall itself, or within the walls itself, you can see the grounds that are quite small. There's not a lot of empty space there. The trees are dead. The only there is a small corner of the grounds that have been carved out for basically a guard's barracks, where the personal guard of the Burgmeister sort of reside and station themselves. I imagine you find a nice secluded place to transform into a rat and clamber up over the walls.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and give me a perception check as soon as you're on the walls.
32.
Alright. The first thing you notice is the patrols within the walls themselves are significantly more frequent, with the guards remain patrolling in pairs, but there's basically maybe 10 guards, 5 pairs, in constant walk around the perimeter. So there's almost constantly a patrol going around here, just a couple of guards keeping an eye on things. But you see a very lonely figure, a woman that walks the grounds as well, her sort of feet trudging through the snow, as she carefully avoids the gaze of the guards, keeping her head down, but she sort of walks in the snow. Every now and then, you can see she goes up to one of the dead trees and sort of places her hand on it, looking at it sadly before moving onwards.
I try and follow her.
You follow her for a while. She goes to a couple of trees and looks sadly at them. She stops and she speaks to one of the guards. She has this air of casual, almost faux friendliness. She asks how he's doing today and tells him that she hopes everything's going okay. Thanks him for doing such a good job guarding the perimeter. And every now and then you can see she casts a worried look up to the second story, where you can see a gaunt man just looking down over the grounds, looking down at her. She lowers her head and heads back inside, stepping into the actual, mansion itself.
Okay. I follow her in. Do I need to stealth or?
Go ahead and stealth. You have advantage on this.
33.
Alright. You stealth in. But there are some sexy rat ladies nearby.
You know, those would be some weird ass babies.
Some
Be real with you.
Cronenberg abominations come out and start haunting the freaking halls.
Horrid.
The vampire rat ant things.
Oh shit! I make the rats vampires.
You can see, you manage to slip in just through the doorway as she closes behind her, and you're left in a front entryway that is starkly, solemnly silent. As you pause to look up at her, she leans up against her with her back against the door, her head sort of hanging low, as you can see just the faintest hint of tears in her eyes, as she leans against the door, her head hung low. But that is a moment that quickly passes, as she sort of wipes her nose and she wipes her eyes away. You hear a voice that says, "Rutina," coming from above. And she lifts her head and begins making her way upstairs.
Keep pace underneath.
Right.
I'm assuming she's wearing like a dress or something. I hide underneath her.
Yeah, sure. She is wearing uncomfortably wearing a dress. It does not seem to suit her. She does not wear it very well. Or she doesn't wear it comfortably.
Yeah.
Like I said, so she heads upstairs. You can see, like I said, there's buildings and shit off to the side, but they all seem quite silent. As this woman makes her way upstairs, what appears to be a large office that has a very large, sort of circular glass window that overlooks the grounds and the city themselves. From this vantage point, you can see the faint glow of what appears to be foundries of some kind, and smoke pouring out of them at the edge of the city. The room itself is beautifully appointed with a polished cherry wood desk with beautiful sort of ebony and white pine inlays, a desk that would cost probably more than most of these people's hovels that they live in. You can see there is a sort of wall of grisly trophies, heads mounted on the wall of animals. Many of them are mundane, but some are clearly magical. Some of them clearly of the elemental, sort of ethereal sort that you saw the other ones.
But
the animals
they're clearly deceased.
They are clearly
deceased,
dead.
Though.
Yes. It's an unusual thing to see. You can see these plaques. Actually, go ahead and roll an Arcana check for me.
Okay. And you said plaques. Am I supposed to be on a map other than the cover?
No. I'm just sort of describing the general scene.
24.
You can see these are they have pretty clear arcane inlays on the plaques themselves that these heads are mounted to. These plaques in particular are enchanted somehow. You're not quite sure exactly how at first, but you can see as Brutina walks forward, their eyes kind of open and watch as she walks.
Okay. Does she ever like? Is she ever gonna like stop into a room? Like if she does, I wanna follow her into like I said a room, or moreover, is she like ever alone?
She actually at this point she walks into the office.
Is that with those plaques though?
With the plaques, with the desk, with the large window, with him standing there, rather sort of gaunt, thin, wan. He doesn't look powerful, but there's just a very almost intimidating, domineering air about him as she almost sort of shrinks away from his dark gaze. Rutina, what have I told you about wandering the grounds? It's not safe. I'm sorry, Burgmeister. I've been cooped up so long, and you know those trees they were once beautiful, and now I'm sorry. I just needed to get out the house just for a second. I understand, and I apologize. You have been cooped up quite a bit as of recent, but I fear for your safety. Considering your brother has returned. It seems his accomplices, for the most part, remain around as well. Have eyes on that one. Whatever his so-called name is, Avendor, Ito, whatever they call him. This foe representative of the Empire. The rest... they were able to dispatch good men. You would not be able to stand against them if they wanted to kill you or harm you. And I certainly wouldn't want any harm coming to you, my pet.
Oh my god, he's back.
I apologize. And soon we will take a vacation, a holiday away from the city, and I'll see that you have a chance to relax and recuperate. I've been a very, very, very poor husband as of late. You deserve better. And he sort of smiles and walks up and takes her hand and nods at her. There is important business at hand. Your brother, having returned. Do you know of any hideaways he had? Allies? Places of refuge, that sort of thing. And she just remains silent. Very well. You may return to your rooms. I don't expect you to leave them for the rest of the day. And she turns and leaves.
And I continue to follow her. Keeping up pace.
As he says, as she leaves, she turns and walks down the hallway. You can see there's a suite of rooms. As she heads towards them, but you hear a voice that echoes, "Rutina, I am going to find your brother, going to kill his accomplices, and I am going to capture him, because that is what the master of the hunt demands of me. I hope you don't take that personally." But then she just kind of shakes her head slightly and disappears into her room.
We'll make sure to squeeze in after her.
The room itself is almost as lavish as the office. Large, soft bed with silk sheets. You can see there's a vanity with a large mirror and all sorts of makeups and cosmetic products near it. There's also, a little bit to your chagrin or dismay, another one of those strange, ethereal heads mounted to a plaque on the wall. And she sits down at the desk and just, starts to quietly cry to herself.
You're making this awful hard.
Kill the dog. Eat it. That's what hot dogs are made out of.
Absorb its power.
Wild Hunt demands it, Nick. Consume
Ziggy's
the
power
dog.
is the lack of pooping. Which I don't want. Shit. Druids are not allowed to communicate while in the beast form, are they?
They can use the languages their beast knows. Their language and abilities that their beast shape would have.
Well, rats don't happen to know common, do they?
They do not.
Dude, crawl under a bed and just pop out in full form like in a sexy pose. Like,
And that's when
How
she's
you
like,
doing?
that's when she screams to the top of her lung, "Burgman!"
Jesus Christ, what the fuck is that?
I was gonna say, you certainly do like squeezing in after her, don't you?
You crawl into her
Yeah.
butthole like Richard Gere.
Shit. But unlike polymorph, I have my intelligence, correct?
Yeah. You keep your brain stats when you wild shape.
Alright. Is there any, like, paper or anything around, like, on the floor?
There's a small there's like a small, like, bedside table where she has, what appears to be some notes, a quill, a inkwell, and things like that. So, yeah, there's some paper and stuff around.
Alright,
I think there should be a fight where, Cody as Mr. Boots has to chase you.
I mean, I'll do it.
we already rode into town together. I was riding on top of Cody, a rat riding a cat.
The sign of the end times.
Yeah. And death followed with him.
and fireballs followed with him.
Shit. I was really hoping that I had some way of, like, communication, but unfortunately I don't.
Oh my god, use your rat lipstick application skills and start writing on her mirror like a death omen.
He's gonna invent a new form of communication called snatch scratching.
Ooh.
I hate that.
Seems really unpleasant for the person receiving the message.
Shit. Never mind, that will not work. I hate this. Okay. Actually, I'm assuming the floors are like a wood.
Yes, they are wood.
Alright, I'm gonna scratch into the, I'm gonna crawl under the desk and scratch a note, or just a short message of tomorrow, and then write, like, I don't know, we decided on a time, but what time is that for us? Like, probably noon tomorrow? Anybody?
I don't
We
know.
came up with a time.
High noon. That sounds good to me. High noon.
Alright.
Bad at keeping track of time, but it was just whenever the hunter guys were ready and them.
Yeah, Colin, I'm just gonna say noon.
Be ready
Put-
tomorrow.
Tomorrow noon.
Noom. All right.
And I tap with my claw kind of loudly next to the message and see if she sees it.
You can see her head turns slightly as she does manage to hear it. Sort of wiping her eyes. Do you stay by the message or?
Yes.
All right. She initially sort of jumps up and grabs what appears to be a some sort of copper like bed warmer. Clutch.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
And starts making her way towards you. And you can see she's close and with the copper bed warmer raised overhead before she sees the note. Her eyes sort of focusing on it, a look of confusion on her
Imagine
face.
her killing my rat form and the fucking bug man pops out underneath the desk.
And she just sort of looks at it, her eyebrows furrowed. And she looks at you in your rat form.
And I scratch next to it, brother.
And that's when you see a look of hope on her face. As she sort of slowly lowers the bedpan and sort of nods her head.
Oh great, it went from a bed warmer to a bedpan.
I mean, yeah,
Awesome.
it's even worse now. You're gonna get covered in shit.
No.
She lowers the
Nick
bed
Spanish.
warmer away and nods her head. And sort of nervously, she like goes and she takes the rug is sitting on like a small bed. She like shimmies the rug over to cover the message to make sure that it's not seen.
I sit up and do like this. And I like point to the window. And I try and crawl up to it.
Does she yell, "Holy shit, it's Master Splinter"?
That's where my mud levels come into play.
She goes and she follows to the window. Kind of pushes it
Does
open
this clip
slightly.
chip down her balls?
Thank you.
Go to windows!
Alright, does the sister have
I was-
balls?
I was
I
gonna
was
try
under
not
arrest.
You can see the grounds are below, and like I said, there's a constant group of guards that are patrolling the inner sort of area. But she opens the door slightly. Opens the window slightly.
The Are there other rooms that are close by? Like, are the windowsills like out so I could crawl, or no?
You could crawl along the roof line. That looks like I said, there's a little bit of roof you can crawl along. As you look below you.
I'm gonna like peek in some of the rooms, and then I'll try and leave after that.
Alright, you can, the first room you go to as you, turn, basically, left, and you're on the, you're the right farthermost room, so you start heading left, find yourself looking into that large circular window, that is the office of, Burgmeister. You can see he is sitting at his desk, hurriedly scrabbling away at a letter of some sort. You can see the heads sort of glow, the ethereal heads sort of glow faintly as he continues scrabbling out messages. It looks like he's just doing, you know, clerical kind of Burgmeister work, essentially. He takes no notice of you as you pass by the window. The only other window, it looks into another room. This one you suspect the Burgmeister's itself. It is as lavishly appointed as Brutina's, a bit more severe and far more masculine. No sort of dresser or a sort of cosmetics or anything like that. Actually surprisingly stark. A simple 4-poster bed, with very fine sheets. But this room itself has just even more of these grisly trophies, heads of animals, and you see, much to your chagrin, what appears to be the heads of humanoids as well.
Like humanoids, or like
multiple,
like other races.
Humans. You see
what the fuck?
You see at least one wood elf as well.
Oh, specifically a wood elf?
Yes, it's not a moon elf. It is a wood elf.
Did I notice anyone else in the house?
No, not from your brief time there. Not just walking up through and, through the entryway and upstairs.
Okay.
You also see there is, in the room itself, give me a perception check for this one, actually.
29.
There is... It almost appears... it appears to be like a, It looks like a crossbow, but instead of having a bolt strung across it, almost looks like it has a bola of some... Not Ebola, like ebolas, like the bolas.
Yeah.
Throws and traps things. That sits, it's a little bit blocked by looking through the window, but you can see it's sitting on a table by the bed.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna, the only other thing I'll do, which I guess it doesn't, like, I don't need to do much, like, role-playing for it, but I just want to, like, get the idea of, like, the pacing of the guards.
It might as just the inside. It might as well be constant. There's always like I said, there's 10 of them. They just
go off in a pair of 2 that walk around.
And they're constantly walking around, basically.
Okay.
So it would not be more than maybe 30 seconds.
Okay. Is there a separate entrance, or is it just a one gated entrance?
I'll use the same perception check. One gate entrance, but it does look like there is. You do notice there is one of these dead trees. The branches overhang the wall itself. Yeah. Okay. And it would be not too hard to like throw a rope up or grab onto it and pull yourself up and over.
Okay,
And
I'm
that-
gonna.
And that's towards the back, actually.
That's towards the back. Okay, good to know. I am going to leave.
All right.
I'm gonna head out the back, I guess, and I will inform everyone of that. I will inform that there's a easy way up in the way of like a roping over the wall. And I give the. You said she is in the back rightmost room.
If you're looking at it from the front, she is
From the
in
front of the house?
she's on the back rightmost room.
Okay.
On the
And
second
then-
story.
Yeah, and then he has like mounted heads of beasts, ethereal beasts, and humanoids that seem to be enchanted to keep surveillance. And the sister is aware of the plan. She did keep my message hidden, so it should be fine. You know, and then I fucking daddle back to the hunter's base.
All right.
I need to take this dog out. Oh,
And then it goes to
so
Bruce.
fucked up.
Now Beaver have returned. Whenever we tried to go through him to him last time, and he was gone.
Yay.
Even Bruce, the Almighty.
Bruce Almighty.
That's okay.
I
I
have
think
no idea what's going on anymore.
I guess-
I know like something with Henley.
I think that means that everybody's done the shit that they were gonna do. So
I failed at my shit.
that's not true. You found out about the captain.
You garnered crucial information. Shut up.
You were Lou, and that was nice.
He's gonna fall backwards. All right.
The episode in which we learned that Lou cannot take praise without falling back into his chair.
You head out of the city.
Well, look, it's not my fault I got a couple tons of sexy.
A couple.
Damn.
Outside the city, you can see, as much as it was before, small swirling vortices of snow as the wind picks up, lifting the recently dumped snow off the ground. A chill wind blowing across you as you keep your head down. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Oof, that's 11.
Alright. Okay. You're heading back towards the, where Henley is?
Yeah, I think that's what I was doing.
The hunter base?
Yeah.
Alright. You lower your head and you trudge onwards, making your way away from the city. Like I said, it's not like stupid far away whenever you're just trying to make a pretty straight line to it. No more than a couple hours. You find yourself at the edge of the river and walking along it, looking for that little drop down that leads into the actual cavern itself. And after, a bit longer, you do see it. As, you can actually see there is now, actually, I will say, as you sort of search for it, you hear, the sound of creaking wood as two of the hunters sort of almost appear out of nowhere with their bows sort of drawn and ready, their eyes narrowed at you.
I'm here to speak to Henley.
What's up?
Preparations almost complete. We've got everyone in the city.
All right. Are we
We're
ready?
Start moving out.
I asked them if we're ready though. Like have all. No, I'm asking like the guys.
Oh.
Have, like people arrived yet and stuff like that?
They all sort of look to each other, but eventually, but Crowder in particular steps forward and says, "I've been ready for this for months."
Alright, well, if they're almost ready and we're ready to move out, then let's move out.
Yes, we can get into a good position. As you Quickly, everyone sort of gathers their gear. Crowder saying, "We want to stay light, just enough food to last for the next couple days, as much armaments as we can carry." And you head out. And Henley, I want you to make a perception check. Actually, give me a survival check with advantage.
Hey, quick question. Were we not waiting till the next day?
You are waiting for the next day, but they're
They're
seems
just
like
moving
they're,
a position,
they're getting
right?
into a position.
Okay,
21.
make sure. Thank you.
Tommy's like, wait, we didn't just
All
fuck
right,
the plan,
as
did we?
you file out, Henley, as is sort of standard procedure, everyone kind of branches out a little bit. Eyes trained to the ground. You can actually see the most recent large footfalls in the snow of Bruce. And then you sort of stop dead in your tracks as about 100 feet away from Bruce's tracks, you see another, it looks like two other sets of tracks, having followed Bruce and now have turned back, and you can see quickly they are sprinting away. It seems that Bruce was followed, and he unfortunately did not pass his perception check to catch them following him.
That means they're on to us. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter since we're...
Well, currently, just looking by it, it's been roughly maybe a half an hour, and you're several hours away from the town. You
Catch him.
You could theoretically catch them. It might slow you down a little bit, but you know,
It's gotta have the element of surprise. Let's go get them.
it's.
Yeah, but so yeah, can't
Also,
we?
they know these woods. Those are
Yeah,
just
if they know the way there, then why don't Bruce and I just chase after him?
Well, yeah, I'm just asking if you're chasing them down or not.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Bruce and I can go after him.
All right. You push forward, breaking away from the rest of the group as you see, Crowder sort of calls out, "What's the problem, Henley?"
He was followed. We need to capture them.
He nods his head, quickly saying, "All right, you group carry on." Branch, he points to two other hunters and sort of said, "Follow Henley just in case. Make sure these guys don't get close to the city." And they, two other of Crowder's hunters follow after you and Bruce, as you begin quickly making your way through the heavy snow, chasing after these footfalls. They've got a head start on you, but it's not much of a head start. Really not a very significant head start at all. Half an hour in the grand scheme of things is, you know, considering that you've got to go all the way back to the city, not a lot. But go ahead and give me an athletics check as you sort of try to plow through this heavy snow.
A 19.
That's a 25.
Yeah, I guess this is basically a chase, actually. Alright. So I do add it to initiative. Get a generic guard. Guard. Alright. Go ahead and roll on the initiative.
Ooh, you guys in trouble?
Well, it's not a fight, it's a chase. But chase is still going initiative, technically. But, you plow through the large, sort of, banks of snow. You can see that you are beginning to close in on the guards. Not quickly, but you are closing as you push through the trees. And this chase will continue after a moment because I have to go pee. Alright, you sprint after the sets of footprints, what you can discern to be two people, chasing after them. They do have a head start on you, Bruce, roll a d20.
Flat.
Flat d20.
That's a 2.
That's okay. Alright.
Very reassuring.
Pushing forward, you find that there is a sudden drop-off, a ravine, roughly 10 feet down. You can see the faint bones of what appears to be a deer that fell into it long ago, and probably broke its leg and died down there. As you sprint forward, you have to leap across. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
That's a fucking 1 into an 11. Jesus Christ.
As you try to leap this 10-foot long, or it's not 10 feet long, it's... Yeah.
10 feet deep.
That's 10 feet deep,
Yeah.
yes. You manage to clear about... You almost managed to clear it, but slip just below the lip and slam waist first into the edge of the ravine, catching yourself. Henley, you come up onto Bruce, basically scrambling to get up from the other edge of the ravine. Give me an athletics check, Henley. For you to clear it. It's not even a hard check. You just did real bad on the roll. You pretty easily clear it.
I hope so.
Leaping over, you can see, you managed to clear and turn back and see Bruce trying to scramble upwards.
I'll throw my echo up and swap places and let it drop.
Okay. And now I have to roll for them. They clear it. Alright. You quickly gather yourself, finding that you actually, as you move forward, you can see scrambles and faint struggle marks in the snow. It looks like the guards also had troubles clearing this. As you can see, they had to pause as well to get over it. So you did not actually lose any ground on that compared to the guards, because they failed as well. Goes to Henley. Roll a d20.
Thank God.
Five.
Jesus.
It doesn't matter for Chase.
Yeah, it just determines what
It's just straight
happens,
versus,
basically, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
I thought it was-
it's just a result.
The straight
Oh my
d20
God.
roll is rolling on a table, basically, to see what obstacles come up. And
God,
then you sort of do
Okay.
stuff to try to bypass it. Alright,
it's a 10-cent toll booth. You're fucked.
the wind whips up, sort of sending the powdery snow directly into straight into your face. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
At 20.
No problem for
Non-natural.
you. As you are used to this sort of weather, just faintly shield your eyes and push forwards. Bruce, give me a Constitution saving throw.
16.
Alright. As this wind dies down slightly, you quickly see you've made significant ground on them. As you can see their feet falter. You can see where they faltered slightly as they ran forward. You having managed to gain some significant distance on them. So they will roll on the... Okay. Pushing forward, you can see there is a very large... The forest opens up into a large clearing. You can see the footfalls passing through it. Give me another Constitution check for a dash.
Mine's a 7.
Sevens. Luckily, this is not a pass-fail. This is a actual comparison check to their dash across this field.
Inlet.
Constitution check. Oh my
Me
god.
or Bruce?
He's dead.
Both of you. Bruce already did his.
20.
Alright. You make up a lot of ground over this field. As you can see, they had to rush forward and plow their way through the snow, and you're able to follow the path pretty easily. And you can just as you cross the edge of the tree line into the other side of the field, you can actually make out their backs, maybe 120 feet ahead of you, as you've managed to close a lot of distance over them over that field. They rolled real bad on their constitution. Bruce, give me a d20 roll.
It's a 12.
12. That's no complications. Would you like to dash?
Absolutely.
Alright. I forgot. You have a number of dashes equal to your constitution modifier.
So can I double dash or just one this time?
It's just a dash.
Oh, okay.
And you
so
said-
I've got a +2.
Yeah, so you drop down to, well, you have 2 dashes you can use during the chase, and you drop down to 1 dash, basically.
Okay, I gotcha.
As you begin surging forward, dashing after them, it goes to Henley.
Dude,
Roll a-
I'd shit my pants if I saw Bruce running after me.
Roll a d20.
I mean, the dude is a fucking massive, like, Hulk.
16.
No complications for either, as you are able to, if you want to dash, you can as well.
Yeah, I'll dash.
Alright. You've got, even more dashes than, Bruce, so you quickly follow up after him as it goes to the guards. They run into some trouble. Right. You can see now you've closed the distance. You're maybe 80 feet away from the guards. As they're pushing forward, one of them stumbles, slams into a tree, and the branches shake violently, and a huge clump of snow falls down from the trees. So they have to make a dexterity check to... Nope. And right on their face, as they sort of continue staggering away as you close the distance to 40 feet away. And it goes to Bruce. You're now 40 feet away from him. If you've got attacks you can make within 40 feet, you do it. Otherwise, you can keep chasing.
Do I dash or do I ice snipe? Is the guy like right next to the other one?
Yes,
Are they
they're
next
right.
to each
They're
other?
right next. They're like right next to each other, basically. Within 5 feet.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll throw an ice knife at him
All right.
for the key point.
Hit him with the ice knife. The ice knife. What is it? Is it an attack roll, or they gotta make a saving throw?
Attack roll first, and then they also have to make a saving throw. Where the fuck are you? 16 to hit, and it's a DC 15 dex save.
Does just manage to hit them, as they will make their dexterity saving throws. That's a pass. That's a fail. You do hit him.
All right, so the 4 on a hit and 5 cold damage on a fail.
Alright. The ice knife just barely manages to catch the shoulder of the fleeing man 40 feet ahead of you, and it bursts forth, showering the two of them with shards of ice. As you can see, the blood begins to splatter against the snow, turning it pink. All right.
And I'm gonna keep closing in.
It goes to Henley. They're now only 40 feet away. Oh wow. This could go either way for any side, because a creature indigenous to the region attacks. Alright. I rolled a 1. As they sort of rush forward, what appears to be, you can see one of them tumbles forward immediately as they've managed to fall into the, they've managed to plant a foot into the warren of a snowshoe hare that immediately comes out and begins basically using its feet to kick violently at the guard that is basically put a foot into its warren, its little den. As you managed to catch up. That was a 50-50 shot, and it ended up going against them.
I chuckle a little bit.
Alright, but the dice was on your side this time. The hare attacks them, and that you immediately catch up to them. You're now right on top of them. So you can you can attack too and stuff like that.
I mean, I asked Bruce if he thinks we should just like fight him or take him as prisoner.
I mean, they're not gonna come willingly, so we're probably gonna have to fight him just to get him to beat prisoners. We don't have to. We don't have to kill him.
They're like pinned down, right?
You've caught up with them, so yeah, at this point you're caught up with them now. So they can keep trying to run, but you're gonna be able to keep up with them.
I want to try talking to them.
Alright. Looking down at them, you can see they are wearing, they're not wearing, they have the tabard of the person on, but it looks like they're wearing more plain leather armor, likely scouts of some kind. One of them is trying violently to extricate himself from a rabbit hole, yanking at his foot, while the other one is sort of staggering backwards, a terrified look on his face, hand sort of straying to the short sword he has at his side as he draws it, and he says, Now look here. You're gonna have to come with me. You're under arrest.
Am I?
By order of Burgmeister.
Well, arrest me then.
Really?
If you can.
He nervously puts the short sword away, and he pulls out a pair of manacles and sort of cautiously takes a step forward. He looks over at Bruce, and he looks at you.
At this point, I'm walking up with like my fucking head down.
Does he look kind of pathetic?
They look a little bit scrawny and young.
I'm gonna grab him by the scruff of like his armor, like pick him up.
He starts, or go ahead and give me a grapple check as he tries to like scramble away.
Isn't it just
it's
an attack
athletics
roll?
It's an athletics check.
Oh, I don't do it. I roll
I'll help him. I'll help him.
Okay, you have advantage then.
a 22.
All right. You start to, you reach out to grab by the scruff of the neck, and he like ducks down and manages to scramble away a couple of feet before You see Bruce lurches in front of him, causing him to stop dead as you immediately catch up and grab him by the scruff of the neck. Ozzy says, "Please don't kill me! Please don't kill me! I was just doing as ordered."
Are you actually happy with the way things are going?
I mean, I got enough food to eat, there's food in my belly, and I've got somewhere warm to sleep. I mean,
There was all that before.
I mean, that's true, but I mean before, before our fates, my family's fate was decided on a good hunting night or a bad hunting night, and so my family didn't like that.
Look, I'm not. Yeah, but now you're under his boot. That's even worse.
Look, we did.
Look, I'm not saying it's perfect. There's definitely room for improvement upon that old system, and you can see how it affected my family in the end. But if you help us, you could get rid of this too, and we could get something. We could have something better together.
Roll a persuasion check.
A 0. God.
My family didn't have anything, any power.
Neither did mine.
And you think we want to go back to that?
I just said we'll go back to something different, just not this dictatorship. I set him down so that way he knows I'm not gonna hurt him.
He does nod his head. Something different then.
Yeah.
The old ways may have been failing you, but the new ways are failing a lot more.
Here's what I'm thinking. We get rid of him. I'm friends with some of the royalty of the kingdom. We can align with them, and we can have an actual elected system based on merit, not on prowess.
No more deciding who's in charge based on the hunt.
Nope, it could be a collective decision.
He nods his head. That's acceptable.
Alright.
I start to like just bandage up his shoulder where I hit him with a knife. Ice knife.
He sort of nods his head. The other one manages to extricate his foot from the warren, leaving his boot behind. Running with basically one unclad foot and one booted foot, he says, "You're an idiot! They'll just put you under the foot too!" As he tries to take off running into the snow.
I got him.
Alright, I trust you, Bruce.
Alright. Bruce, like I said, at this point you've caught up to him. I'm pretty sure you move faster than him, so...
I am armored, so I still only have 30 feet.
He also runs into another ravine. As he runs to the edge of it and takes a flying leap over it. Does manage to pass, though, as he clears it.
Can I portent that to the 6, you guys think?
I mean, the 6 would cause him to fail, I will tell you that.
I mean, I don't think it would hurt. I feel like
I mean, if he gets away,
if
Yeah,
he gets
that's
away,
what
it fucks up a lot of stuff. So.
It does,
I mean,
yeah.
that seems pretty worth.
Alright, portent it.
Alright,
Madame Vestia giggles as he falls.
I want her
as he
job.
leaps in the air, it's almost his unclothed foot almost looks like it's pulled down slightly as he slams into the side of the ravine and tumbles down into it, roughly 20 feet down. there's a sickening crack as he lands on the ground, collapsing into this rough ravine below. You can see he rolls around and clutching his ankle, moaning in pain, saying, "Help! Help! Help!"
Alright, keep it down. A little lower rope for him.
Right. He clutches the rope. He looks at it. He looks at it apprehensively for a moment, and almost looks like he's ready to just try to scramble away again. But looking at the state of his ankle and the ravine he's in, he just clutches the rope.
I'm ready to yank his ass up. Not super violently, but not comfortable ride either.
As you get him up to the edge,
I want to see you whip him up.
he clutches the edge and tries and helps pull himself up as well as he sort of lays there panting at the edge of the ravine. He's
That
not.
was
You can
smart.
see he's not going anywhere. Don't
What do you say we go back? to your
think
friend,
I'm
huh?
not. Don't think I'm not gonna arrest you when I have the chance.
I'll refer you back to what my friend Emily said. If you can do it, try.
He just kind of hangs his head in shame.
Right then. I'm gonna pick him up, throw him over my shoulder, and walk back to Henley.
Right. Bruce returns to you. The other guard hauled over his shoulder like a sack of potato. You can see the unbooted foot sits at an unusual and disturbing angle, twisted far to the right.
Do I have any supplies on me?
Sure, you've got your basic supplies.
I'm gonna see if I can try to patch it up to at least an extent.
Okay, roll a medicine check.
A 13.
Pretty good. You've out here, you've dealt with broken bones and things like that. You know how to splint a broken ankle, and just judging it, it's a broken ankle, but there's no bone poking out, so realistically, it's definitely not the worst you've ever seen. You managed to splint it, or straighten it and splint it, despite the significant amount of pain that he's obviously in. About this time, the two other hunters sort of appear, having been tracking nearby as they look down at you. And you send them out to find the bark of a near... Basically, there's a tree bark that you can boil into a tea that will at least ease the pain. You send them out to fetch that. So yes, he is mended.
I tell the other guy that if he sticks with us, we won't harm him. And you can help fight for a better Wilderstadt.
What about the Burgmeister? He's able to He's got animals that they're not. He can call them. He uses them in his whim, and
I say like this, and I summon Steinhurst.
exactly like that.
Yeah, I can too. He's not unique, he's just lucky.
I would say his disposition is rather unique.
How
But
long,
he seems to be.
how long has Henley been gone?
Like 3 years.
No.
Well, coming up on 4 because of the time the game has gone for.
Yeah. Yeah, they just sort of stare in awe. Actually, I moved the days forward slightly. Not third anymore. Yeah, that's impressive. I'll say that. Look, we just want to. Yeah, right, things haven't been great.
It's okay, buddy.
So what
If I'd been there, I might have done what you did.
are you planning to do? You're not gonna kill us, are you?
I'm not gonna what?
You're not gonna kill us, are you?
No, why would I kill you? Why would I kill you?
We did what the Burgmeister asked. He wanted you brought in
Yeah,
alive, and he wanted your
yeah, and
allies killed.
And I just said that if I was in your position, I could have been me.
He did say something important there.
That he could summon, that he has the animals as well and he can control them.
No, he said they were ordered to bring you alive,
And kill my kill my friends.
kill the
yeah.
allies.
Yeah, we gotta get back fast then. Okay. Can Bruce get there ahead of everyone else? How far out are we?
At this point, after having chased them, you're maybe a half a day outside the city.
Okay.
Maybe 3/4 of a day.
Well, we gotta get back fast then, because they're in trouble.
Maybe I should take another gate back inside. Wait, is there more than one like entry, exit, like to the city?
Into the actual city? Yes, there are 2.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna take I'll take a different gate. Kind of throw them off because I mean I already left out of one. They knew I left out of that one. Sent the guards after me. Sent the scouts.
As soon as we're a mile from of the city, I want to use the earrings to tell them what we know.
I will say, Connor not being here, pretty convenient.
Making it awesome.
Pretty convenient for since Ito was basically completely found out. All right.
Although I'm not shocked I knew that we were there.
I also forgot. I mentioned on the earpiece to tell Ito that he is completely found out.
Yeah. In that case, Ito's gonna leave the city, and we don't have to worry about him.
Listen here, Hedwig. What's your favorite battle bot? You son of a bitch.
Let me tell you about Bigfoot. The ultimate battle bot. He's a Sam Squanch.
I'm gonna name my battle bot Grundle Taser.
Grundle Plunder.
Well, for the sake of moving things along, I'd say we probably like come up with a meeting spot, like out in the woods or something, on the way back to the hideout.
Yeah.
Like after we all do our shit.
Yeah. As soon as you do all your shit, like I said, all of you doing all your shit takes some time, obviously. And by the time you've all sort of wrapped up, and managed to sort of make your way back to the Icicle Inn, that's when you get your message from, basically, Henley. At this point, it's quite late.
I'm gonna bring these guards back with me. I can't leave them to die.
Ooh, actually, idea. We have 2 guards, 2 scouts that followed us, and we have 2 guards that came with us. What if we sent the 2 guys of ours back to like the city? Do you think that would work? Like have them report back and be like, "Hey, we found the place and it's over on the other side." Or is that too risky?
I don't know, because I don't know how much they remember what guards they sent out and who they know that's in the rebels and stuff like that. I mean, it's not a bad idea. I mean,
yeah, but it's risky.
They're also going to be just as suspicious if they don't return. So that's a tough call.
Well, I mean, okay, is this a communication over the earring? Or are you just like...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if we're close enough, we can do that. That's fine.
Okay, so issue is guards don't come back. They don't give any information, but they can be tracked, but that takes time. But if they do go back and there is not a complete lapse of loyalty, Burgmeister, they're gonna have way too much information.
Well, they were following me. Maybe I stay behind.
No, Beaver wants to swap them out with two of the hunters.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry, misunderstood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
either send those two in their place, or I just stay behind and they think it's just taking a while to find the base. Either way, if I return and there's no anyone behind me, it's bad news.
Yeah. Okay, if two hunters take their place, that can give us another opportunity to like get a gate open or something when we go for it. Or something to that effect. Anyway, we need to get outside the city and take our rest and prep to go back in before we do anything. So, I mean, by the time we make it out of the city from the Icicle Inn, I think we'd, run into you guys later on in the day and make
Yeah, that
camp or
makes
something.
sense.
We're gonna pull the recon force out, and then we'll figure out what to do with these shitheads.
You can. You can pull the recon force out. You can all meet up outside the city.
You're a shithead, Tommy.
Got him.
Aw.
Okay. Everybody point and laugh at the shithead moon elf. Your head's gonna be on the wall next, boy.
All right.
While your Skelecal's sleeping, I draw the
As
Earth-Sig
everyone
teleportation
returns,
circle,
You're
and I'll send him there.
you're surprised. Benta walks up wearing a guard's uniform and a tabard.
I got a job today.
What the fuck?
Wait,
What is wrong with you?
holy shit! He can just walk into the.
He meant the,
With
the
a
prisoner,
haste spell, you are easily able to pass the basically the run across the city. And when you return, while you are indeed the lowest man on the totem pole, you are still at least on the totem pole, having managed to impress the captain enough that he was willing to hire you as a guard. And from that, you have seen, just from your recent time in the jail, it is always heavily guarded. The captain does not take the keys with him. The keys are held. Basically, if he leaves he holds them on him if he is in the jail. If he is not in the jail, he leaves them with whoever is in charge. But the keys never leave the jail.
Well, I mean, keys or not, we can take care of that.
And
So yeah, we have a third guard's
wait,
uniform if anybody wants.
you would never get the keys. Although you could potentially try to swipe the keys from who was in charge. But from what you can tell, from what you've heard, the captain does not go home a lot. He's unmarried. He spends a lot of time at the jail.
He's married to the job.
He's married to the job.
Sounds to me like it's a sad sack of
I was
shit.
about to say, sorry guys, I have to take you in now.
You're not. I mean,
conspiring against him.
you're not wrong.
I swore an oath.
Well, I mean, keys or not, if we're busting in through the ceiling,
If Benta has to arrest us, then he's the new Ito.
The captain has to. The captain forces you to give him a hand job in a cell.
Excellent.
That's the final test.
What a nice test.
All right, do we want to do this guard swap idea that Brees has?
I mean, if you guys think it's a good idea, then do it.
Well, I mean, having two like sleeper guards in the city, at least temporarily, seems pretty handy.
Who's the other guard then?
There were two hunters with them.
I know, but I'm saying we had a whole bunch of people, so who do we want to send?
Well, I was just gonna say send two of the like resistance guys.
Like, we can send the two that were falling behind us to make sure that we
I mean,
didn't
I
lose them.
certainly couldn't look like a guard myself, not with my stature.
Well, I think we should stick to the plan we already came up with. This is just like extra insurance that Henley can get in with the fighters. Because if they have 2 hunters disguised as guards or rangers, whatever, scouts.
Oh wait, what if we send in the one that we kind of swayed to our side with Venta, and that way at least one of them is the same guard, so they might just think the other one looks a little different.
That's a possibility.
But
Or
he won't. He's less likely to betray us if he's with Venta, because Venta,
True.
I would just him.
Well, I mean, you couldn't do it in front of them, but I suppose you
Okay.
could.
I
You
mean,
would
we going
know.
all hell about to break loose anyway.
I mean, if you guys think that's smart, if not, we don't. We can just not.
Nothing smart. We're dumb.
Okay, since we're launching like a full scale attack, if they like go in before you guys and kind of, feed false information, so to speak, that could work.
That'll
Gay
work, too.
silence.
You're gay.
Between of us, we all have an intelligence score of like 18 million. Come on, guys, put your brains together.
Yeah, solo, my intelligence score is like 9.
My intelligence score is at 8.
I got a 10.
We're pretty smart. We got battle sense.
But anyway,
Alright, so-
all I know is that, I mean, we are going to have a decent chunk of time to get into the,
That's true.
to get into the prison.
Yeah.
Guards, outside guards don't seem to appear once every 15 minutes, so
Yeah, well,
it's just
I
the
say we
inside
give-
that we have to worry about.
we are going in through the ceiling.
We should give those 2 hunters like the chance to be like, hey, do you want to do this? Because you might not make it back. Like, they might find out you're a double agent. They might try to torture you, etc., etc.
Well, but the thing is, if this succeeds, then the regime will be pulled down and there's no reason for them to be tortured.
That's the hope.
Yeah.
But of course, we're having to convince them that the alternative is not going to happen.
The alternative is I shoot a lightning bolt through their skulls. And they don't get to do anything.
Jeez, you're going to lobotomize them?
Fine.
No, they'll be killed.
I mean, or we put him in a room with Alakul when he's hungry.
Yep.
Okay, if anyone's gonna convince him, Henley, Bruce, whatever you want to do with them, you should be the ones to talk to him. The rest of us need to rest and get spells in order, so we can actually do something tomorrow.
I'll talk to the one that kind of was on our side. Ask him if he's okay with it.
Well, then I will take this time to pray to. Oh my god.
I walk up. Oh yeah, I met
Kellenborg?
those guys earlier.
Kellenborg?
Kellenborg, thank you. Wow.
I pray to the
Oh my
main
god,
homie.
who's having a
that's-
stroke?
It's not even my god.
That's the
Jesus.
first time I've forgotten his name. Oh my god. But yes, I
He's
will
not your god
take my
anymore.
time to pray to Kellenvor that none of us shall enter his halls this day.
Reed's getting fucking dial tones this time. Kellenborg saw you call. He put you on fucking mute.
The one that was friendlier towards you. He seems. He nods his head and says, "If you can do what you say you can, if all this can be changed, we can go to a system where different one at the very least." Different from this one and different from the one before, then yeah, I'll help you as I can.
Okay. I'm trusting you.
He nods his head.
I'm gonna chime in over the earpiece. Who are we gonna send with him? Because I don't trust him.
Do I recognize this guy from before I left?
This guy?
Yeah.
You can roll a history check.
No, I told you I met those two guys earlier. They got
Yeah,
me a
Max,
job.
that's cool. Now I need to know if I recognize him from before I left.
I mean, I was making a joke.
I mean,
A 1.
no. He was
Fuck
probably.
if I know.
I mean, your town wasn't, or your village wasn't tiny, and this guy was probably too young to take part in the hunts. Basically, whenever this was coming up, so he's probably a kid in one of the random middle-ranked families. You could never know all of them, probably.
That's coward speak.
Okay. I'm trusting him.
Alright. He'll do us what he can.
I mean, if he betrays us, we're gonna kill him anyways, so, you know, he has no reason to betray us.
And you said, what, are you going in with him too, Venta?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll do
him
I'll
and-
do that.
And Inventa.
I will be the insurance policy.
Just make sure you remember what group you're with when shit goes down. What we're doing.
The captain's gonna wonder where Freud is.
Do we have like a disguise self thing or like
You could
disguise kit? Does someone have a disguise kit where we could just like give me a false mustache or something that looks like his?
you could take in his tabard.
A false mustache.
I mean, I'm already wearing a guard's tabard.
No, I'm talking about the fucking guard that just said he's gonna wonder where the other dude is. And say he was.
Oh, I could take his tabard and be like, oh, he got.
No, the other guard who was with him.
Uh huh.
That Colin was just saying
Uh huh.
that he said they will wonder where the other guy is.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you, Max.
Oh,
You fucking idiot! Holy shit!
I thought I was being.
No!
because I was-
damn.
We're all
Alright.
dumb.
The fucking
Yep.
guard can take in the tabard and say he fell into a ravine and broke his ankle, and you need help to go get him, or something, or just say he might have died. I don't know, but you can take in his tabard and say he's gone.
Yeah, I mean, like a
Or he was
rogue polar
captured.
bear or a wolf fucking Tim or
Murked
something.
him. Or he was captured by a group of the resistance.
Actually,
and you
there
escaped.
should be like a little bit of blood on that tabard from the ice knife.
That's true. There's some blood on it.
Yup.
It's certainly beat up and covered in like dirt and snow and shit.
Yep. That sounds good. Let's get this fucking ball rolling and murk these idiots.
It's good a thing as any. I'll just say that he was captured and I managed to escape. And then it's not really a lie.
But
the
where
captain's
were you captured?
really good at seeing through lies.
But where were you captured?
On the banks of the river.
Is that answer like? Do I know that he's making that up? Like, is he telling me where you just picked him up?
That's a very generic answer. The banks of the river
Okay.
are an entire river.
All right, that's good enough.
All
Yeah,
right.
just say he fell and he was captured.
All right. He nods his head and he takes the tabard and he looks at you, Venta, and all right. He starts making his way towards the city.
I guess we make our way toward the city.
Oh shit, it's nap time, kids.
Making our way downtown.
I thought someone was going.
What?
I thought people were going back to the ship.
No, you said
We
it was
decided
so
against
far
it 'cause it
out.
was too far out.
Yeah, we
I
wouldn't
mean-
be able to make it back in time.
I mean, I thought someone was going to teleport to the ship.
Yeah, we still won't have time to get back because it was days. You said.
Yeah. No, I thought someone was gonna teleport the ship, then transport via plants back to the town.
I mean, unless
My
that is,
shop.
if that's of grave importance, we could do that. But
No.
otherwise,
No.
no.
No, it's not.
Wait,
Nope.
is Karakwa still as a cat with the old lady?
No, he met up with us in the inn and told us all about the tree he found.
It's AFK then. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Colin must have added that while I was. while I had
Where's
to leave
Where's my cat?
She's gonna be real surprised when a group of weirdos pops out of a fucking
Mr.
holly
Boots.
tree walking through.
Ever
Spice
since my husband
store.
died, I've been so alone. And Mr. Boots
yeah.
was my only
Oh
friend.
my god, shut up, you dumb bitch.
Alright.
What?
Good
Karak
thing-
was sharpen your fangs.
Good thing I had this
Bruce, work
noose
on your
underneath underneath my counter. I had this noose already but then Mr. Boots came and his love prevented me from killing myself.
That's really sad, bitch.
Oh my god, when we go through the tree, Cody, you should look at her and go, Mr. Boots sends his regards.
Karak
I
will
was
return.
actually planning on doing something like that.
Karak,
Hell yeah.
Karak was gonna return as a cat after she hanged herself and eat her.
Mm.
Better than the fresh meat you gave me.
Her cheeks are so soft.
Alright. You ready for this shitty plan, guys?
All right.
I am.
Vente, you and the other guard make your way into the city. As he walks alongside you, says, "Are you new?"
I am.
I don't figured as much. I don't recognize you, that's for sure. Name's Bennigan.
Hello, Bennigan. My name's Henry.
Huh?
I shake his
Oh.
hand.
He shakes your hand and says, "I hope you got a steely stare and a straight face, because the captain can sniff out lies."
Hmm.
As he and you walk through the city and make your way towards the jail. You're
What
both
the hell?
allowed entrance, as you can see the jail is as crowded as it was before. Guards are, several of them are sort of hanging about, playing cards and doing things like that. The captain remains ever vigilant, sitting on a stool next to the table, looking down over the card game, kind of shaking his head with slight disapproval. But as he looks up at you, he stands rigidly. Bennigan, what the hell are you doing back without this Weizenkin in tow?
Yeah, without his toes.
And where the hell is Freud? And what the hell? Did you say your name was Henry Venta?
Henry.
Is that the name you gave to the captain?
That is the same name I gave to the ward. I gave to the guy, the captain.
What are you
Or the
doing with
warden.
him, Henry? I thought I sent you on patrol.
Well, I was on patrol, and as they were coming back in, I noticed he came in with this bloody tabard, sir, as I sort of nudge Bennigan to present the bloody tabard.
That's right, sir. They got Freud. They got Freud. We was chasing after him, and they were onto us, and we tried to run away, and I managed to escape. But Freud, he fell behind. He was always a little bit fatter than I was, and could never keep up. They caught him, but I think he slowed him down enough that I got away. The captain sort of eyes him, leaning over him, leering down at him. Where'd you track him to? I don't know. It's the banks of the river is right on the edge of the river when they got to us, and that is his deception check.
Pass? Did he fail? Are we going to fucking ham?
Hold.
Oh my god, I just
Can
thought
we do the 6 here?
He already used
No, we
the
already
six.
used it.
Captain to 6.
We already used it.
We already used it?
Yeah.
We used
Yeah,
it.
to catch
Yeah.
the guys.
Yeah, we had
Oh.
to catch him.
His eyes narrow. Is that so? Again. Well, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate indeed. Freud was a good soldier, good scout. Hate to lose such an able member. But luckily we have Mr. Henry here to take up that slack. Wouldn't you say?
Take up the slack.
I
kiss
give
up
him a
the
little
ass.
salute, and I stand sort of like at attention. And I say, "Yes, sir."
Well, all things considered, Mr. Binnigan, you look for the most part okay. Not hurt too bad. I imagine it shouldn't be too hard for you to go out right now and follow your footsteps right back to where you left, right? Max, roll an insight check.
You okay, bro?
Oh, a 19.
He is not bought Finnegan's
Fucking
story
Michael
completely.
Jackson.
Yeah, that's kind of what I gathered from what he was saying, just in general.
We wouldn't want one of our brothers' bodies laying around in the wilderness. Perhaps you should retrace your steps, retrieve it, bring him
I
back.
look at him and I say, "Do we have a stretcher, sir? I could accompany him."
So eager to prove yourself.
My father always said I should always take initiative.
That was roll initiative.
Okay.
I'd hate to let you down on my first day.
Shut
Of
up,
course.
Max is actually their inside man.
Finnegan,
Oh my god.
get yourself cleaned up. Have a bite to eat. And set out in 15 minutes.
I told you, Rick, I gotta arrest you. I'm sorry.
Mr. Henry, a word.
All right. I stay behind and I have a word with the captain.
His story reeks of a falsehood. I can't discern exactly where, but he's holding something back. You want to prove yourself? I want you to go with him. Discern exactly where this event occurred. Should it prove that he was lying? You're free to kill him. He is a traitor. Return to me. Tell me exactly what he saw. If there was an actual falsehood, and we'll consider what to do then.
Sir, yes, sir.
He nods his head. Oh, of course. There is the rather unfortunate matter. Well, you may find a bit of increased security over the next couple of days trying to bring yourself into the city. Make sure that you have your tabard handy.
I'll be sure to keep it on me, sir.
And then he leans in. Trust no one. Something is afoot. Sense it. Too many
In
happenings.
our fair city.
Too many strange things.
It's not my feet. I just washed them. It's the best line of that whole movie.
This
I will guard this town with my life, sir.
this false ambassador of the Empire. These lies that have been being told. Something is not quite right. You can feel it.
What's bizarre is one of our own to go astray.
It is unfortunate. But the hearts of men can be swayed by love, by coin, by false promises. Keep your eyes up. This place can offer you a good life, and you can offer yourself good service to the people to keep them safe. Now go, and remember,
Won't let you down.
he has told a falsehood. Kill him, and bring his tabard back. Bet again? Are you all topped up? Good. Get out of here. And he immediately sends Bennigan off to follow and seek out basically Freud's body and to show you where it happened. Still, things have not gone exactly to plan. Too much weird going on in the city. Is leading to the captain upping security.
Alright. Oh, shit. Okay. So...
You can also,
yes.
whenever Connor comes back, you can also thank him for his bad deception as a Emperor's ambassador.
Excellent. Oh well, see what happens.
Yeah, because we're about to find out. Me and Bennigan, I guess. Oh my god. Oh, we're totally gonna get followed. Like, he is totally sending someone to follow us.
Send it.
I mean, if worse comes to worse, we go into DEFCON mode and we just go. Might not have a choice in the matter.
The two of you head out, leaving the city behind you. Roll a perception check for me, Venta. Do you have dark vision?
I do, I'm a half-elf.
Right, so you do not have disadvantage on this.
What a god. Noise.
Another 19.
Solid.
There's two guards following you.
Go, 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 go.
Another two-guard patrol has been set out behind you. They are following, giving you a good long distance, maybe 200, a couple hundred feet probably. They are not particularly stealthy either. Well, they're not. They're trying to be stealthy, but you're able to see them.
Okay. I want to sort of give him like.
Oh, and Bennigan notices them too as he looks over his shoulder nervously. Bennigan sees them too.
I without looking away, just keep looking forward. I just said, don't turn. As
he says, I never was a good liar.
I want to give these guys kind of just like a wild goose chase. I want to just kind of like, I want to like look around, sort of confused once we get a good distance outside of the town, and just kind of be like, wow, where is it? Wow, where was it again, Bennigan? And we like kind of just like, I'm just like nudge, like where was it? And we sort of wandering all around in like some sort of vague area that's not close to the camp and where where the rest of the party's stationed at all.
He nods his head and says, maybe a little bit too loudly, I think it was this way. And he starts trudging off up to the north.
I fucking Bennigan.
I like sort of like tap him in like his calf with my foot. I'm like, play it cool, man.
Told you I'm not a good liar.
Well, then don't fucking lie. Okay.
And he starts trudging off in a direction towards, roughly towards the river, but slightly, like, north-ish.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh fuck.
Is this in the direction of the camp, right?
No,
Or
he's
no?
actually trying to
Okay,
lead you lead away as well.
Okay.
It
But
doesn't seem he's disloyal. It just seems like he's a bad liar.
yeah. All right. So, oh man, me and fucking Bannigan.
Look, if these two guards don't come back, he's gonna get really suspicious. Like, really
That's why-
suspicious.
And that's why we're going to do nothing until they leave. And I want to literally just like, we start searching everything because we know we know there's nothing there, and we just look like we're looking for a body.
Right.
Like I'm just killing time until these guards are like, they're not doing anything.
Roll, I was gonna say, roll a performance check.
Okay. Oof. Perfectly balanced. This whole thing should be.
The guards, they keep their distance and remain watching you. They don't move in, they just watch.
Are they within like eyesight of me?
Every now and then they'll pass within eyesight of you, trying to be stealthy, but their distance fluctuates.
I'm trying to think. No, that probably wouldn't end well.
I'm not going in front of the captain without a body, or without his body, he'll kill me. He'll throw me in the jail. I'd throw you in jail too.
Don't worry about it.
What do you mean, don't worry about it?
I'm thinking. I pull out my map.
I say you do have the earring too. You can. You're probably.
Oh,
Within a mile.
are they within range?
You're probably within a mile of. You can get to within a mile of the group.
Okay. When I'm within a mile of the group, I want to ring the earpiece. I want to just be like, come in. Anybody hear me? Who's awake? Because it's like the dead of night right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I sleep 4 hours.
Okay, so it would probably be Aruna. All right. I'd say Aruna. I whisper into the earpiece. Aruna, I have two
Tell him
guards
we're being
trailing
followed.
me. We're being followed, me and Bennigan. And if I need them to leave, but I can't, because if they don't return, they're going to be more onto us than they already are.
Fuck.
That's what I said.
Oh god. Okay. What are we missing, resource-wise, by cutting off along, like by going prematurely? Like between the bunch of us, because. Okay, so Colin, if people don't get full night's rest, that's exhaustion, right?
Yes, that is a point of exhaustion.
Fuck, motherfucker. And if shit, I fucking go up to Henley, and I fucking kick him awake.
Yeah.
They're fucking being tailed outside of the city, and if they go back without anything, they're gonna be even more suspicious than they already are, and they think something's already fucking up.
How do we?
Oh god, he's turning robot.
Oh no.
He didn't charge enough.
He's
What was that,
suffering a
Tom?
point of exhaustion.
Are you asking what I said? Because we couldn't understand you.
Yeah, I'm asking what you said.
I basically said that they came back, but they're being followed by guards, and the fucking jig is about to be up, and we need to do something.
I say over the ear. I wouldn't say over the earpiece that they were going to give them a run around. Like we're not really like they're not near the group, but we are within a mile of the course as the earpiece is ringing.
Yeah, but he can't
We
keep
take
them
those
running
guards out.
around all night.
Yeah.
Well, how are they gonna confirm they come back then? What are they gonna do? Ask them if the guys tailing them came back?
They're just going to be suspicious if they don't come. More suspicious if they don't come back.
Well, then you're lying to them again. Oh my god, why don't we have Connor here? Someone who can fucking talk. He is more than a plus -1 to persuasion. The other dude,
This is the most difficult communication ever. It's probably because he's on his headset and it's like disconnecting because he's too far away.
Oh.
Here,
The only thing we can really do is take out the other guards and then have them go back, I guess.
Or
we
They
could
just-
abandon this guard that we had captured with the fucked up ankle, and just like, was he also kind of swayed to our side?
No.
No.
Fucking cut his tongue out, then.
Why would his tongue be cut out? Why would they find him with his tongue cut out in a river? When he's supposed to be dead.
Because we're assholes and evil to them. So
He's supposed to be dead. He
And
wasn't
no one
captured
ever
by us,
said that he
fell.
was dead.
I mean,
Yeah, he did. They said go back and get a body.
I know,
they
but
did.
the dude never said he was dead. He
It
said he
was
was captured.
But why, if he's captured, why would we leave him there?
I don't know, man.
Well, your plan. You gotta come up with a solution to it.
I'm just spitballing at this point.
I'm
But
whispering
this-
into the earpiece like, can we get Crazy Bugman maybe to scare them off?
What would
Like
Crazy
if we-
Bugman do?
Crazy Bugman goes, ooga booga, I'm a Bugman in the forest
Yeah,
in the
and
dark,
then-
and then the
and then
two
they
guards
go,
leave,
Wow, there's a
I
crazy
feel like-
Bugman out
and
there.
the two guards run away because they're scared of Bugman.
Or-
I'm scared of bug
What do we do when they try to fight Alakul? Then we have to fight them with Alakul, and then we kill them, and they still go back without the guards trailing them there. They're there.
We bring back 3 bodies and say a Crazy Bugman killed them. We ain't managed to get back.
There are 3 bodies. There are 2 bodies.
No, we
I
killed
think-
a 3rd guy too.
Not now.
So okay, so you're playing that Alakul jumps out and scares them, at which point they either run away,
And we're good.
and then they go, "There's a crazy bug man out there," or option 2, they fight the crazy bug man, at which point we all kill them.
Either
and then
they
you guys take back the bodies of the people that you weren't supposed to know were trailing you to him and say, "Yeah, the guys you sent to trail us," which now he knows now you guys know that he doesn't trust you, so he's gonna kill you anyways, and go, "We found their bodies."
Okay. Listen,
reasonable,
listen, Venta.
reasonable.
Venta, we're gonna have to
Fine.
just listen. We're gonna have to throw the guy under the bus. Act like he takes you to where the body's supposed to be. It's not there. You play your part. You beat the shit out of him. I hate to say to do it. You beat the shit out of him, and then at least it looks like you're still.
Colin, was I given a pair of manacles as a as a guard?
Sure. Probably.
Yeah,
Okay. I want to go to the body and I want to that okay. That's I whispered to the earpiece. Okay, that's fine. As he hears me, just go, okay, that's fine, and then just look at him.
I mean, he's gonna have to take one for the fucking team because any other way, we're gonna get immediately found out, and it's gonna be worse than it already is.
Wait, Max said approach a body. What body is he approaching?
No, we don't approach a body.
No, I'm saying he goes to where the guy said the body was, and then Max is like, "Hey, you fucking liar, you piece of shit," and then he like gives him the whooping, and fucking drags him back to the city.
Yep. Got it.
And if Bennigan dies, he fucking dies.
Well, he said to kill him, and if I don't kill him, he's gonna make me kill him.
You know, if that's fucking what has to happen, it has to happen. That's on you.
No, I don't.
Oh, wow.
We couldn't kill him because then I look like a bad.
Either we kill him and we get, or we don't get found out, or we don't kill him and we do get found out. Where's the math there? Either all the entire town or one dude.
So funny because Rick's headset.
Rick is bugging out right now. His headset is not working.
Where are my balls?
You need to talk to him. Tell him you're going to pretend to kill him, then leave him in the river and return, and we will go pick him up. That's the only thing we can do at this point.
He did say to bring back his tabard. He did not say to bring back his body. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
then bring
fine.
back the tabard. You're gonna have to tell him that you're gonna have to beat the shit out of him though, so the people following you do not think that you didn't kill him.
Okay.
Okay,
I hear this coming over the earpiece, and I say, "Got it." As I look at him,
That's the only thing I can think of.
And
And I
I
don't
go-
have any objections to that.
The rest of us have to finish our long rest so we can fucking fight.
all right.
Please.
I turn to
I like
Bennigan.
this.
I turn to Bennigan, and I quietly say, "Bennigan, how good are you at being stabbed?"
No! Don't stab him! I mean, you might have to. I don't know.
He furrows his eyebrows and says, I'd rather not find out.
I've been in contact with our companions, and if I don't stab you, we're gonna get found out.
What do you mean if you don't stab me, we're gonna get found
I pull out my sword. I roll a hit. Not the big one. Not the devil sword. The one they gave me. The guard sword.
Why
guess
didn't you explain to him the plan, you fucking dumbass?
Because I'm playing
told
my
you
character.
To talk to him, tell him I'm going to pretend to kill you, pretend to be dead, and then you can stab him.
All right, fine. As I pull out the sword to get ready to stab him, I go, Bennigan, I need you to pretend to be. No, he's not a good liar.
It doesn't matter. It
Okay.
doesn't mean he's not a good actor. He just needs to fall down, pretend to be dead. You take his tabard, we come grab him, you tell us where
All
he
right,
is.
Bennigan, I say quietly, Bennigan, I'm gonna pretend to kill you. Okay?
What does that have to do with stabbing me?
I'm gonna have to get a little blood on your tabard.
If you're gonna stab
And-
somebody, just stab Freud and take his body.
Well, Freud's body isn't fucking here, is it?
It's true. Well,
And
tell
if his body's not here, that means I have to kill you. And if I have to kill you, I have to take back your tabard with blood on it. That was a coughing character. So,
can't they just kill him and we can find his body?
that's not how this works.
The risk of us walking around with fucking Freud's body just throwing it out in the snow.
Also, yeah, they have to come and bring his body here. We can't do that. It just doesn't work. Okay?
Roll a persuasion check.
God.
We just have to draw a little blood so that way it looks believable. I just need you to pretend to die well enough, okay?
All right, roll a persuasion check.
Okay. What the fuck are these 19s today?
I don't want to get
Entire scenario.
I don't want to get stabbed.
What did you just say? I'm sorry.
I don't
couldn't
want to
hear
get
you earlier.
stabbed. Can't you just beat me up?
The captain said to kill you.
That asshole.
Look, I'm not actually gonna kill you. That'll just be minor wounds. Just tis but a scratch.
And ladies love a scar.
And yeah, chicks dig battle scars, man.
Oh fuck.
I'll put it. I'll put it under. I'll put it here. How about your leg?
The
That
Han
way it'll be.
Solo
That way it'll be.
char.
Look.
It'll be under your clothes.
You listen to me.
Later, and you.
You
won't
listen to
have
me. You listen to me.
I am
It's
listening.
so hot.
When all this is done, my family gets moved up in ranks. You tell that to
Okay.
Henley.
Okay, I got you. We'll get you a spot.
I already told the dumb motherfucker that it's a democracy.
You're not here, and he doesn't have an earpiece.
He doesn't need to know that.
Oh, man. Max is running checks that he can't cash.
I want my family to have some power.
Okay, I don't think you'll have power, but you can definitely have money. Money is power, right?
I don't have money to give him!
I have money to give him.
Alright, after you give him the money, then not me.
Fine, but it's not gonna be cheap.
Here, I'm gonna give you 10 gold to just get stabbed.
Don't
in the
fucking
leg.
give
Does
me the
that
money
work?
right now. They're watching.
Well, not right now. I'll get it to you, okay?
It's gonna be more than 10 gold.
Fine.
Just do it.
All right.
Just do it, but not deep.
This is fucking retarded.
He's sweating hard. It's like the fucking looking at the phone while smoking a cigarette. Like,
Over here.
Dude, we're fucking trying to sleep and you have the earpiece on and we just hear you the one-sided argument. We're like, shut the fuck up!
Buddy cop movie shit.
The face is
where
the
they're
money. The
infiltrating
face is the
dealer
money
and
maker. Try
turning
not
on
to hit
each
me.
other.
All right. So I draw my sword and I go and I yell, "There's no body here! You're a traitor!" as I stab him in the leg.
Bennigan draws his sword and like makes a half-hearted swing at you, like, ugh.
I want to like clash the swords a little bit, just to like make it look
Solid.
believable.
The sound of steel on steel echoes throughout the quiet, snowy landscape as you easily turn Bennigan's sword to the side.
I whisper, "Good job, Bennigan. Good job."
He doesn't say anything back.
I'm so sorry, Bennigan. I'm so
Finnegan's
sorry.
fucking dead.
As I want to get Bennigan in the leg and hit it, it's like I'm like scream.
Ah, Jesus! This
As
fictional,
I-
this strange, religious, messianic figure that doesn't exist in this world.
I want to like, I don't want, okay, so I want to like look like I'm twisting the blade, but I don't want to actually twist the blade. I want to like, just like loosen my grip on the handle and like roll it around it so it looks like I twist the blade, and then I want to like pull it out.
All right. Roll a performance check with advantage.
Okay. 15.
That's pretty good. All right, it's pretty convincing show. And Bennigan, hey, does a pretty good job selling it actually, as he sort of staggers backwards, clutching his leg, and collapses to the ground. You snake!
Bennigan, thank you. The entire revolution hinges on this moment.
They're gonna write a musical. They're gonna write a musical about me, right?
There will be shows and plays of your heroism, Bennigan.
I'm dying! Ah!
They will build statues of your heroism. Shut up, Bennigan. Okay. Now I'm gonna leave you here, and when I'm gone, you gotta sneak back to the people, to our people, but not until after I'm gone. That way, the other two guards will follow. I'm telling him this as I'm like undoing his debard and like grabbing it off of him.
He like just
Is
he
the
lays there like
bard?
completely limp.
You mean tabard?
Tabard, whatever, however you want to say it.
He lays there completely limp, pretending to be dead. You can see, he's made a good show of it. You've made a good show of it. There's ample amounts of blood from his wounds.
Yeah, but I say as I'm getting his tabard off or tabard off, I fucking Lou. As I'm getting his tabard off, I kind of like wipe some blood on it.
Right. And he just lays there, collapsed in the snow. He says, "I'm gonna get cold down here."
It's okay, I'll be fast. As I start like running back to the town.
All right. As you run away, you see that you are the one being followed. They don't remain behind. The two keep an eye on you, following you back to town.
I bring Bennigan's tabard back to the captain.
You present it to the captain. Heading down into the jail, you present it to the captain, who shakes his head. Damn.
I sort of like toss it on his table and I'm like, "Captain, I'm sorry, but Bennigan was a filthy traitor. It's unfortunate to have lost one of our own in a time of need."
I knew something seemed wrong. Something seemed fishy. Damn it! Means I can't fucking trust any of these guards. As he sort of begins side-eyeing every guard. Alright. Eventful first day, right, Henry?
You're telling me.
Damn. Well, why don't you head up to the barracks and get yourself some sleep? I think you've earned that much.
Thank you, sir. As I go take a rest in Bennigan's bed.
Hey, make sure you fill up on food, huh? We don't want any of our guards starving.
I'll stop by the mess hall on the way.
Good work.
It's my first day. They never told me where the mess hall is. I'm just gonna hope I can find it. Or go hungry.
We throw up in each other's mouths like baby birds.
Well, I can't get any more dying, so I guess it's whatever.
My god. Bravo. That was an amazing scene, Max.
I like how Venta got a lot of, play today, and Connor was not here to see it, and I'm pissed, because he always
I know,
complains.
that was actually exactly what I was gonna say, was someone needs to make sure Connor watches this.
As you turn, you leave the captain. He has a sad look on his face. You just managed to see him as he pulls out a dagger and just slams it down in the tavern. And you can see he looks side-eyed at every guard there, now not trusting anybody. Double the guards!
We've sown discord in the ranks.
Love it.
Alright, and you head upstairs. The barracks are easy enough to find. They're not too far away from the jail itself. They're actually quite warm and pleasant. You suspect as you climb into the bed, as I said, the Burgmeister Brewster has gone out of his way to treat the guards really well. So there's ample food, and it's extremely warm. There's plenty of coal and fire to burn, keep the fires burning high against the cold. And the beds are soft, and clean. You take off your standard issue clothing, and you are able to get a full night's rest in the belly of the beast. And so, you've managed... you've managed to prevent that possible awful scenario. This has been a lot of fun, though.
This session was a lot of fun. Yeah, I agree.
All right, and you managed
It's a
to
miracle what happens when Connor's not here.
you managed to all get your long rest. Coming to
Oh
the
man.
actual day of the revolution, the People's Revolution. It's time.
Communism.
Seize
and all
the
that
means
shit.
of production!
Time to seize the means of production. Put back in the hands of the workers.
Rise up, sons of the Horde. Oh,
Whenever
wait.
you wake the next morning, the sun is blocked by heavy, gray, pendulous clouds that have moved in through the night. Faint snow begins to fall. How would you like to proceed?
I keep everyone up in the barracks because I cough at night.
I killed Venta.
True.
The guards don't get a long rest. Fuck them.
Yes.
That's perfect. Well,
I will say,
I'll go up. Oh, you got it.
whenever you wake up, Venta, you can see, while there's been some good that's done by this deception, there's also been some bad. Like I said, Connor's deception did not go very well.
Oh my god, though.
And
Venta, the man on the inside.
And this distrust has been sown within the ranks of the city, and so basically guard has been doubled. There's actually a lot more guards out and about.
Okay.
The captain is wary. He's nervous. He feels like something wrong is going on. He can't put his finger on it, but he feels like something's not right. And that has caused him to just kind of double up guard.
Ah, shit. Are you doing anything, Max?
No.
Or are you just waiting for the signal?
I am waiting for the signal. I'm on the inside. I'm one hand I hold a long sword, other hand I hold the handle to my giant sword. I am playing the part.
Currently, Max is...
Amazing Venta.
Max, you were stuck. You initially report down to the jail to the captain. who tells you to go out on patrol.
I go out on patrol.
He partners you up with a veteran named Kim.
Nice. Wait, is it male or female?
She's female.
Oh, okay.
She's actually, you can see, she's pretty upset as she has been pulled off guard duty for the main house to be on general guard duty. This is Kim of Derek and Kim, which Ito met.
I was about to say, is that the main house as in, like, the main house?
Yep. They've pulled some of the guards off the mansion to increase the general city watch.
I want to be like kind of like
Jack.
pretend fascinated at it. It's like, oh, you get to guard the mansion? That must be so cool. I bet you make a lot of money. What is it like in there? Like, that kind of shit.
Warmer,
Dude, that's
warmer than here.
Out here's not so bad. You get to go on a nice walk. It's not too
Shut
cold
up.
out today.
Shut up, rookie. Just walk.
Okay,
Not in the
Kim.
mood.
I like her already.
I'm not happy about being pulled off the nice cushy job to be stuck walking these slush shit-filled streets. What's everyone else doing? It's dawn of the final day.
I was gonna say, just get the group together and have a little chat before we go.
Heidi ho, let's
at,
go.
At about daybreak, Bennigan finds his way to the camp. He's been stabbed in his tabard is missing. He's been stabbed in the leg. He's like covered in blood.
Oh shit.
Am I being followed?
No, they.
Are you?
Roll a
Yeah,
perception
where you
check.
from?
That's a you kind of question, not a us kind
Yeah.
of question. But I'm not there, so whatever.
What was the question? Sorry.
Bennigan
Is
managed
he
to find
being
his way, saying,
followed?
"Am I being followed?"
I got a 15. I don't know.
Alico, you don't see
Nice.
anyone.
Okay. No, and you should probably take a rest while we go attend to business.
He nods his head. Yeah, I'm kind of tired.
Can I?
I'm
Your
probably
wound?
sure I occasionally have like, a bit of like minor alcohol. I'll just give him what I have and be like, yeah, that's for you, buddy.
He takes it, and he sort of drinks it. Oh, that's better. And then he sort of looks at it, and then he like looks at you and says, hey, like when all this is done, you want to go get a drink or something?"
You just deadpan stare at him, and then I turn back around to the.
Well, he tried.
I kind of go up to him and I go, you're barking up the wrong tree, buddy.
I mean, the last moon elf that was here was wild.
That's true.
You should probably talk to her about that. She probably want to know.
You think that's
Getting
like an
baited
inn?
away
Don't-
from the mission.
You think that's like an
Don't-
inn, or?
Yeah, make sure you don't spare the details.
Shut up, Bruce. It's not an inn, but it's definitely not an out.
All right. Well,
Shit, that's a good answer.
I mean,
It's actually pretty diplomatic.
I'll take my chances. But he'll pursue that afterwards.
Yeah. Okay, so we get the gang together.
The gang's all together except for
Okay.
Venta.
I'm the man on the inside. Well, the
That's
outside, actually.
fine.
I'm on patrol.
He's the man that Ito wanted to be.
Oh no. Alright, I look at everybody. Everybody remember the plan, where we're going, what we're doing, right?
I protect. I attack.
But most of all, he eat a snack.
Who the
Ooh.
fuck do you protect?
He's gotta
Everybody.
protect the wizard because I'm weak.
You
Anyway.
see, I protect people by punching the bad people.
Okay.
The best
Best
defense, a
defense
good
is
offense.
a good offense.
But I'll look at Henley specifically and be like, Henley, this is your show, and these guys, like this resistance force you're leading. I'm not one to do like rallying battle speeches or anything crazy like that. But they are risking their lives for us to win. So if anyone's going to say anything to them, it should probably be you.
You can
before we
see
head out.
all the hunters have arisen. Most of them have checked their bows, checked to see their swords. Each of them, you can see a couple of them are still honing the edge against the whetstone, as there's a tension that fills the air, an electricity that seems to vibrate between the very snowflakes that flutter and fall around you. You can see, despite the fact that the 30-ish hunters all answer to Crowder, Jack Crowder throws glances at you, looking for someone to looking to you for your lead. Before you arrived, this was just a ragtag group of people surviving on the outskirts. They weren't a revolution. Now that you have come, you are the revolutionary that they are looking to.
I get like some sort of box. I stand on it.
Oh boy.
And I tell them, I understand that you all look up to me, like I'm some sort of chosen, but I'm not special. I'm just like all of you guys. I'm just a young kid from this town.
But
One who-
you've got the beast just like he does.
I'm sorry. Is this your speech? Do you want to get up here and give this speech?
No.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Bennigan. Shut up before it's round 2.
Anyways, but I haven't led you this far. That was Crowder. And I think Crowder should be the one to inspire you guys. And I give the floor to Crowder.
Crowder sort of looks at them. He looks at you. We've killed deer. We've killed boar. We've killed beasts of all kind. I don't see why humans should be that different, right, guys? And that's all he says.
If you guys are good with that, let's go.
Fuck, I feel so inspired. Alrighty, well, while he heads out with them, we'll go off to the side to a tree or something Karak was picked. And then I guess we're gonna make our entrance after the shit starts.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. Come in during the chaos.
Yep.
Alright. So, we...
Oh, any fucking last words?
My last words are, I gotta go pee real fast.
That's what I like to
I've
hear.
had a lot to drink, but after I get back, it'll go. This is an ending spot. If I would like to be fucking done and moving on to the druids and the dragons, but we can finish this off next week if we want Connor here, and you can, because it's gonna be fighty.
I say with a fight, I'd rather have all of us.
It is gonna be fighty.
Let's get it. Let's knock it out next week.
At
Let's
this,
get everything
I will say,
focused and knock it out.
at this point, it's obvious that subterfuge has not completely
Has not
worked. The guard captain is on edge completely. So
Okay. It's not so much that I want Connor here.
But he pulled guards out of the mansion, so
but
Yeah.
it's like I want to be on to druids and dragons and I will remind you, your level ups are now tied to finding these items.
Yeah.
So
God
Alright.
damn it.
Colin, you have to promise us then next week at 4 o'clock, you tell Connor to shut up and we're playing the game.
yeah,
And he doesn't get to be Census Bureau anymore.
like I said, it's
We will-
gonna be very fight heavy, possibly across multiple fights, across multiple different parties doing different fights at the same time. So,
Yep.
so we're gonna pick it up right there, and then please God, druids and dragons afterwards. Oh God, we gotta do
Yes.
fucking Tommy's moon elf shit too. Oh.
Ah.
Why did we
It's
talk?
alright,
It's alright.
Why is it all in this part of the world?
Hey.
Oh,
I wrote
alright.
a letter.
We're just gonna have a quick stop over by Rick's home.
You wrote a letter, and
Where they can just
and then
kill
I
the dude.
and then I started seeding other stuff in this world, in this town with fucking moon elves that people saw.
You've done this yourself, Colin.
I want
Your
to play.
hubris is your
As they
downfall.
Colin is in a prison of his own
I
making.
want to move on and do the Pathfinder game.
Wait, what?
So I want to move on and do the Pathfinder game for the next campaign.
So is this Pathfinder?
That is like a proxy to D&D Beyond for Pathfinder. It's not the same though.
So you
Alright.
mean Pathfinder 2?
Pathfinder 2,
Yes.
yes.
Colin, you gotta just get your DM whip
He-
out.
Rick, he
And
sent
as
me the
soon
book.
as-
I can send it to you.
We got
Yeah,
books.
as soon as
it's
the
all,
game's ready to
Path-
start, you gotta
Pathfinder
start.
2 is it's pretty much all open. You can find the book. You can't find the like PDFs of the book, but you can find the information for free online, basically.
I think they're really usable. I post a really big one. I'll repost it again.
The
There are
builder.
some Google Drive links
Oh, there you go.
for the core book and
Uh-huh.
advanced player's guide, and I will relink the builder.
But I keep thinking there's not that much longer in this campaign, and then it keeps taking longer and longer than I thought. But we'll do it
Colin,
next
that's what
week.
you do
You
every
spend 1
game.
month in a city. You spend 1 month in a city. That'll do you to you.
It's
Colin,
important.
you said that we
It's
were going to be
important.
in the prison for 2 weeks.
It's important for Henley's story.
Yeah, it'll be alright.
But we'll do it next week, I guess. We'll do it next week.